What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to the late show.
Late.
Socially irresponsible podcast. Uncut and raw, goddammit. My name is Damian Chandler, aka Maverick.
We're doing whole names now.
I said my whole government,
you
right?
Said Damian Chandler.
Damian, goddamn. Damian Keith Chandler. I give you my government, my full government.
I can't give out my whole names. It's your boy KK though.
That's it, KK.
We in here. We in here. Lil Diddy.
Lil Diddy Bop. Yeah, I want y'all to thank y'all for tuning in. If you are tuning in, if not, of course, we'll be on we'll be on Facebook forever. Once this is out there, it's out there forever. So if you're not watching it all tonight, if you can't watch it all tonight, we'll be there. So just check us out. I want to start off with the show. We are starting a little late. Friend had some, I guess, friend heard someone got shot. Man, love your loved ones, man, and don't be stupid. This is the second story of somebody I've known that has had someone killed in a senseless shooting in this city within the last 7-8 days. Mm-hmm. And coincidentally, both of them were off Walsham. Both of them were off Walsham by that Xxvi down there. Guys, we got to do better. Like, seriously, this shit is getting old. Like right?
It's very old.
And it's just unnecessary and it's senseless. I'm not gonna make a big show about this. We probably should. Yeah. Because it's a very serious issue. But guys, like, just cut it out, man. And for everyone that can, just kiss your loved ones. Hold them close. Every fucking night, every day. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But besides that, how was your week?
It was same old shit. You know what I'm saying? Work. Kids,
normal shit, right?
Same normal routine, man.
That's what I always say when I don't see someone in a long time. Hey, Damon, how you been? Shit, nigga, grown. Work, kids.
Yeah, the kids still in the house. Man, that shit changed.
You got no interest in stories for nobody, right?
Nothing.
What
about you?
I'm good. So it was kind of crazy. So this week I worked my insurance gig, and now since COVID, they got us on the phone, so I got to put my, proper Caucasian voice on and shit. And it was kind of funny because this dude I was talking to, I was getting ready to set up his medical. And he was like, yeah, I need to select a doctor for you, is what I was telling him. Because you just need a primary care. Anyway, he's like, man, listen, I don't know you, but you sound black. Yeah. And he was like, well, if you don't mind, when you find me a doctor, can you make sure he's either Hispanic or black? And I was like, oh shit, I was like, that's pretty dope, bro. Like, yeah, I'll find one for you. I was like, but they just have names, so I'm just gonna find the first Johnson I can.
You white dude. So I told that motherfucker I wanted a black doctor. Like, yeah, I don't see him. It's his name. You never know what these names.
You never know. So I was looking for a Gonzalez or a Johnson. Yeah,
you gotta go by the last name.
Got to. But it was cool though, because it's like, for one, I was like, that's dope. Like, everyone's trying to, for the and he was a Hispanic dude, and it was also cool because it was weird because I thought my proper white boy voice was really fucking good.
He said, I can tell you black.
I thought,
look at here, bro. This shit got real personal. It ain't the business call no more. What's up, bro? Look, let me find me a black doctor, bro.
Let me holler at you real quick, homeboy. Like, I was like that, but it was funny. It was funny. It was real funny.
Yeah.
Bree, Mrs. The off-camera architect, fucking Oracle back there. What's going on? How's your week?
My week was good, y'all. Good.
Just good. We got you on the mics again this week. I know last week we had you off the mic. We had a guest. It was last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was here? Jarvis. It was Jarvis. That was Jarvis' week. Yeah.
Oh, and Nia.
Nia was Nia last week. That's what it was.
They both was here.
Yeah. So, Didi was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey. And guys, Didi is not here again today.
What's new? What's new, Didi?
Just fucking with you, Didi. She wasn't feeling well, so she had to take a night off last week. She had to take care of some family stuff. So, we're trying to. It's hard times, COVID, man. So,
She don't got COVID though. Say that. Say.
You can't put that out there like that.
Say.
she don't have COVID, but it's just it's hard times with COVID. Your kids are at home all the time, so they it's just a different situation. But Didi, we can't wait to get you back. There was actually a segment I had for her that someone wanted to get her information on. Ashley.
Oh, okay.
Wanted, so Didi, listen out to it if you can chime in, and even we can get you on the phone. You can call in and give your information about it. But I hope everyone out there is doing well. Again, this is the Socially Irresponsible Podcast. My name again, Damien. We got
your boy KK,
and in the back we got Bree. Hey.
Don't steal that from me.
I can't do it.
No,
I can't
you
do
can't do it like me. I'm sorry.
Hey.
You don't have that soft, sexy voice.
I don't. You like a girl.
Oh, my shit's soft. Look. My son voice even than mine. Shit, like, quit talking like that to me, nigga. Look.
KK got that Diddy bop.
Feel like he disrespecting me when he talk. Nigga, shut up, nigga.
They're gonna start dunking on your ass pretty soon. That's what he gonna do.
Nah, he can.
He said, "No, he can." Yeah. So this is what we got this week. All right, Bree, we're going to start with you in the back. Scenario for you. Say you are something kind of spicy or something like with the world. Say you're on vacation. You're at the Grand Canyon. There's a big catapult in the Grand Canyon. You walk over there to it. It's a free trip. Free, what do you call it, experience? Those little white boy adventures.
I like those. I like free.
What are you going to do? You're going to get catapulted off of the Grand Canyon with a parachute, or are you going to be like, fuck that, not for me?
Fuck that, not for me. Sorry.
You wouldn't do nothing like that?
No.
Really? Nothing?
No.
Skydiving?
I fly, nigga.
You
I fly, that's about it. Hell nah. Man, you crazy.
I fly.
That nigga shit. That's about as far as I'm going to go. Shit.
You wouldn't do bungee jumping, swimming with sharks in a cage?
I mean, I'll do stuff like swimming with sharks and stuff, which I know is crazy, but I'm not bungee jumping nothing.
Really? What's the craziest thing you've done to this day that you could think of? I mean, I guess it's all subjective. Some people's crazy.
I ain't done that. Zip line, is it?
Yeah, zip line.
Zip line is dope. I've done that before.
I've been out with the stingrays. I've done stuff like that.
You don't mean like zip lining like in Natural Bridge Cavern shit?
Yeah, no, I wasn't no wild motherfucker shit. I was in a controlled environment. Shit. My black ass be stuck somewhere in the middle of the woods. No, sir.
I did mine in Belize.
Belize?
Nah, never been.
You ever been out of the country?
Yeah.
No. Where'd you go?
Germany.
How was that?
I don't know, like 5, 6.
Nah, nigga.
I've been though, nigga. My passport used to have stamps when I was little, nigga. Shit.
Military?
Yeah.
Nigga said, I've been everywhere. I just don't remember, nigga.
Yeah, that's what Mook was born at.
You are at a bar. No, put it like this. Do something nice. You're at a HEB. All right.
That's nice.
The scenario is gonna be nice.
Oh, okay.
This has actually happened to me. So you're at HEB, about to check out. Person in front of you has a couple of items. They have absolutely no money on them. Say it's about $25 purchase. What are you gonna do?
Honest answer?
Your honest answer. What are you gonna do? Where's your heart at? What are you gonna do?
I mean, is she easy on my eyes and this shit?
It's a 54-year-old middle-aged male, about 325.
I get it for him.
Really?
$25?
$25.
I could do that.
You'll get it for him?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
25. I could do 25.
My limit is about $6.73. That's kind of where I go.
$6.73.
If it's anything over that, if it's like a candy bar of 3, I got you. But nah, I'm joking.
Oh, that's fucked up. Hey, put that necessary shit back.
You don't need those candy bars. I get you your wipes and I get you your underwear, whatever. Nah, I don't know what I would do. It just depends. I'm probably like you. She cute? What's going on? She got kids with her? What would y'all do? Have y'all ever paid for anybody's groceries at the HEB? Listeners, Brandon, have you ever paid for somebody's groceries?
I have. Andrea says she's done it a couple times as well.
Well, Andrea's like a poet, and she's real soft and sweet and shit. She be cooking and shit on Facebook. Baker, you ever seen her cooking on Facebook?
No, I've seen her lives.
Yeah. So, Andrea, what do you cook? You cook cakes, or you cook, or you just bake? What is it that you do? Anybody else? Have y'all ever paid? I haven't. I wanted to. See,
I thought you said it happened to you though.
I didn't pay for her shit. I didn't pay for her shit at all.
Andrea said she hard.
Is she hard? No, nigga. No, I didn't pay for it. Like I said, I wanted to pay for her stuff. Okay, so what had happened was I was walking to the door, and like, you know, she's coming at the same time I'm coming in, and I held the door open for her, and she looked at me. She was like, nah, it's okay. I was like, nah, go ahead, ma'am. Like, I got you. She's like, nah, you got it. Go. The white lady. I'm like, bitch, fuck you. So I walked in, and I kind of closed the door behind me real quick. You know what I mean? So she had to open the door as much as she possibly could. And then I was at a corner store. Yeah. And then I'm over here getting my items, and she's right in front of me, and she ain't had no motherfucking money.
Remember me?
Say, bitch. She was everything but a female on that time. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. But yeah, that's what I felt like, man. Like, she really hugged me out on that. So I told her, whatever, bye, we're out.
Real quick, Damien.
Go ahead.
Devin says he's done it, but damn, 25 is steep.
Isn't 25 a lot?
I paid more than 25.
You would?
I have.
How much have you done?
I think the most I paid for somebody's groceries was like $60-something.
That's dope. See, I would do it. I'm not opposed to doing it. I just haven't. And I've actually thought about just going to the grocery store and just paying for the person in front of me's groceries. But I'll be the nigga that do that, and that day they ain't went shopping for 2 months. That shit $436.79 and shit. I'm like, I just get 50 on it.
I did it. It was an older couple in line in front of me, okay. And she was looking for her payment, and I just saw like how nervous she was. So I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got you.
That's what's up. Did they feel disrespected? Did they have any, like, you know, were they mad at you? Did they have any kind of resentment?
No. The gentleman, he was like, oh my gosh, you don't have to do that. I promise we have money. It's okay. And I said, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna bless you. And both of them gave me a hug and was like, I'm praying for you. You are a great person. You know, thank you.
That's what's up. See, I need to do that. I would say I'm gonna make it a point to go to Xxvi, and the next person, I'm not gonna do that shit this soon, but I'll make sure it happens one of these days before, you know, the Lord calls me home. The fucking Spurs, man. What is going on with the Spurs, guys? The Spurs, I was kind of sad by this. The Spurs did not make it to the playoffs this year. What was it, Brandon? Like 21 years, 22 year streak?
22 years.
That the Spurs have been into the playoffs. How many? 5 rings out of those 22 years? Yeah. What's the math on that? 20%? Close, right under 20%.
Right about.
Because 5 goes into 24 times. 4 times, right? So that's 25%. So carry the 1. So the Spurs have been to the playoffs a lot and won a lot of rings out of that. At least 25% of the time.
Leroy Hill says they're a young team.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing that kind of upset me about that. I don't want to get into sports, but they were playing damn good ball in that bubble. They were playing really good ball in the bubble. They lost 2 games, and I don't know about this last game they played, but they should have made it. I was kind of pissed off. But then they got some other teams. You got the Lakers that are always hot there and there. Here's a playoff bracket. In the NBA playoffs begins August 17th. Lakers, who y'all pick? Who y'all got? I got Lakers and the Clippers, of course, out of the... You know what? What scares me kind of would be on the West, the 4th and 5th seed. The Rockets and OKC. That's going to be a tough series. And I think either one of those teams could beat the Lakers. I think Portland could beat the Lakers. The Lakers have been playing shit in the bubble. Who do y'all got? Who's y'all squad out there? I got in the whole playoffs. I'm a Clippers in the West. In the East, I don't know. I want to see Toronto. That'd be dope. Toronto and Kawhi and old Kawhi. That'd be dope. What do you think? Do you even have a team in basketball? You like football and short and
like I like players.
Oh, you fucking
shut your face.
Whatever.
But Clem says Lakers and Nuggets.
Clem is a fucking LeBron fan. Get out of here, Clem. Lakers. I do like the Nuggets. I like Bol. I really like that guy.
Oh wait, he also says Bucks in Toronto.
Bucks and Toronto's in the East. That makes sense. I like your Nuggets pick. Clem. It's very unexpected. You really think LeBron's gonna make it out of the first round, Clem? I want you to type in. And matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to you about that shit later, Clem. But I don't think the Lakers are gonna make it. I don't, and I have no idea why. I just don't think they'll make it. I hope they don't make it, and that's just me hating. But then, of course, with everything going on with the NBA, we have some other shit going on in the NBA. We had this going around. So, of course, this is a shirt, and this is not what happened, but this is a shirt, Joe and the Hoe, right? So disrespectful. So we had, what was his name? His name was Bill Baptiste, I believe it was his name. He was freelance, Bill Baptiste. He was a freelance, what do you call it, photographer for the Houston Rockets. So he was out there in Orlando, and he was actually, taking pictures or whatever. So that was his job, freelance photographer. I don't know how to describe it. He was there for 30 years. Kind of like Spider-Man. So, yeah, man. He actually, he on Facebook, he posted this picture. Not the shirt, but the picture. The Joe and the Hoe. And everyone got pissed off. I think Cheryl Soups from the comments got mad about it, and a couple other people made reports about it. And the NBA fired his ass for talking about Joe and the Hoe. I think that's very disrespectful.
Very.
Like, okay, Joe Biden, we know who he is. Everyone has, but you calling a woman a hoe, like, in front of everybody on Facebook. And everyone's funny because people are like, oh, he has the freedom of speech to say what he wants. He shouldn't fire him. I think you're right. He does have the freedom of speech to say what he wants. But, your employer also has the freedom of will to fire the shit out of you if they feel need be. Like, you can't be stupid enough to be doing shit like that. But I guess that's what happens. So he's out of there. Sorry, Bill. That white privilege shit is not working no more for most of the world, right? Welcome back, KK.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
Nah, yeah, number one, number two. What happened?
Number two.
A quick deuce.
You wash your hands.
Yeah, I had to drop a deuce on it.
This is the only nigga I know that'll drop a deuce in the middle of a show and admit it. That's my nigga though.
I ain't gonna lie.
Be like that.
Is that nigga? Next time we have him in the bathroom on the comments to say it's keeping up with the show.
I was on the phone too.
This guy. Now we were talking about Joe and the Hoe, the freelance photographer that called Kamala Harris a hoe on his Facebook, and they fired his ass, and he
deserved that.
Gave some lame ass apology, talking about hey, apologize. It was just something he saw on Facebook, and he just shared it, copied and pasted.
That's the shirt they made?
Well, that's the shirt. That's what the Republicans got. That's the shirt. That's the logo, and I guess it's on shirts. You're going to see it on bumper stickers and all kinds of shit. So the hoe, quote unquote, that he's speaking of, is this lady right here, Miss Kamala. Say her name. Kamala Harris, and that's the lady that they're talking about. God, like, how do you feel about that? You're a female, since we ain't got D. How do you feel about that whole? The whole thing, like, is that really bad, or is it just like?
Did you really just say, is that really bad?
I mean, is it bad, or is it fair in this whole?
Why would it be fair?
I mean, because that's what they do. They do scandals.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
I mean, you know what I mean. So it's politics. It's a fight.
That doesn't make it fair.
No, it's dirty and ugly as shit. But so the reason why I believe the whole thing came up when I'm talking about Joe and the Hoe, we were talking about it. She was dating who? Willie Brown.
Willie Brown.
So she was dating Willie Brown. Willie Brown was the mayor of San Francisco. He was 60 years old. She was 29. And they were dating. He was married still. He was separated but married. They got married in 1991, separated in 1992. Him and her started dating in 1990s. Well, 1981.
Yeah, they were married in 81.
81. Separated in 82. Kamala dated him in 96, 94, 96. 94. Yeah, and they were still separated. So she was kind of dating a married man, so I guess that came out, and she was like, she was
2020 though, like,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, she was.
What was you doing in '96? I know I'm doing some foul shit in 96, so if I run in 2024, they gonna bring that shit
middle
up.
school.
Oh, I was out of school already. Shit.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Yeah, you older.
Jeez.
He said, jeez.
So you was really doing some shit.
Yeah.
He was in the atrium over there just backing it up. doing the devil's work in the atrium, goddamn. But nah, yeah, so that all that happened, and yeah. So I mean, she's a hoe for that, I guess. And they were saying she was fucking her way to the top and this, that, and the third.
Well, shit, it worked.
It worked, right?
If it worked, then you can't really say.
You really
can't call it no hoe if it worked.
But see,
it's a businesswoman right there.
It's a business move.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were talking about this shit earlier. Females are like, I would never fuck for a position or for a career. Da da da. I'm like,
shit.
but you gonna fuck a random nigga at the club because he cute though.
Yeah.
Never talk to that nigga ever again. You ain't gonna fuck for a career.
It's 106 degrees outside this week. I fuck to get out that road. Shit. say who I gotta fuck in this bread company, man? Get up off this road, boy.
CEO lady try to holler at you, be like, shit, okay, shit. I mean, we can do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's strategic moves. It's not just being a whore and fucking. It's
business
planning. You gotta
be smart about it, people.
It's business planning.
Y'all better have fucking people to tell on you.
I know, right? Hey, so listen, this is something else we did. This is going to be another segue. I'm going to give y'all some information before we go back into this Kamala Harris. We made a phone number. Right, Bree?
We did.
We got a phone number.
We got a number.
KK, you already know. We got a phone number.
We got a number.
210-706-0619. That is our number. So when we have these segments, and if you have something spicy to say, see if you could hit that exclamation call on the computer real quick, on the chat. See what happens.
I did.
Did it come up? Mm-hmm. Cool. So our number is right there. Go to WhatsApp. That's how we condone our calls. Then text WhatsApp. Text what? Call me.
Where y'all see the number at?
Huh? It's on the chat. You don't see it.
Oh, looking like shit. No, I need to memorize that shit. Quit giving these female Tyrone number in the club.
210-706-0619. It sounds like an easy number. 210.
It got to be something catchy like Mike Jones shit.
Mike
so they
who?
can remember it.
Mike Jones. Oh shit.
It's ringing. Niggas calling already?
We got a call.
Hold on, let's see what happens. Hello, caller. What's going on? This is Socially Irresponsible. Speak.
Hey, this is Rhonda and Clem.
Rhonda. See, Rhonda, you're someone I needed to speak to. So, Rhonda, earlier than this week, I put a voters, what was it called, Bri? Voters choice.
Voters choice.
Yeah. And then Rhonda, Miss Controversial, Argumentative person who makes, she makes a lot of sense. So it's not just like she's just talking shit, but, she has something to say. And she was saying some good shit, and she wanted to chime in. And thanks for calling, because we was about to try to call you anyway. About Kamala Harris.
I don't know her, but I've seen her on Facebook. She can handle her own though. She clapped back quick.
Thank you.
Yeah. She really do.
That's what I do it for.
And she's very.
But no, about Kamala Harris.
Yes,
thank you guys for having me and my husband Clem on the line. But just essentially about her, what I saw a lot throughout the week was just a lot of talk about, we can't say anything about her because she's a black woman. We're the most disrespected group of all humanity, and I think that's a very dangerous road to go down when you're voting for such one of the highest people in power across the world. You really have to really take that aside. Don't really put the whole race factor in it, and really look at her record. So I'm really concerned more so about her past record, and essentially she's just been a lifelong front runner. I think you guys kind of alluded to that when you were speaking about her affair that she had with the mayor at the time.
Yes.
This has been her whole career, and she will go along with whatever is popular in the moment, and then she'll flip-flop. So I'm a little bit concerned about her record. I'm really not excited about this Biden-Harris ticket at all.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
No, I'm not excited at all.
No,
but I will vote for them. I know, obviously, the big argument is that it's better than the alternative, and everybody knows that. But at this point, I think we have to start demanding more of our politicians, regardless of who they're going against. So,
Rhonda, you said one thing on our back and forth conversation on Facebook through the comments, and you said we have to vet everybody.
Absolutely.
And it makes sense. So when you said that, it makes sense. How have you vetted vetted? Is that the word? How have you vetted it, Miss Harris?
Right. So when she was running for the president late last year, I did a lot of research on her, Andrew Yang. I mean, obviously, I'm a Bernie Sanders lover, but I still wanted to find out. But essentially, I did a lot of research on her. I think we have to start doing research early on people because she was already in the mix for a very long time in the political landscape. But essentially, I looked at her record back when she was running for president, and you could clearly pick the skeletons right out of the closet. It was just one after another with her being pretty much she's
what
said
skeletons?
that she's the top.
What skeletons did you find? And the reason why I ask is because everyone has done research on, well, not everyone, but hopefully everyone is doing research on our candidates, vice and current presidents, and whoever else. Anyway, I didn't find the bad shit that you and me were talking about that you found, or maybe I just look at it differently, or maybe I look at it as it being damn near 15 years ago when she was prosecutor, DA before her Senate seat, and the pre-Senate Kamala and the post the Senate person are two totally different individuals based by the job that is entailed anyway. So of course, she became more compassionate and more open and more helpful, in my opinion, when she was a senator. So when you talk about going to the past and looking at her, in my opinion, I think people are judging her too hard for the position that she had. That was very fucking difficult. But I'll let you comment on it when you go ahead, take over.
Okay, well, when she's called herself the top cop, right? So she was at the highest position as the prosecutor in the state of California. I believe some 80% of all arrests in San Francisco were of the African American community when they only made up 4% of the city. And obviously in California, everyone should know, they had some really tough laws on crime. They had the 3 strikes rule. And she just was a proponent of that. She was very much I'm in it. I love Joe Biden's crime bill. We need to be tough on crime, until it became, out of favor to be tough on crime. Now all of a sudden she's for defunding police when she called herself the top cop. So, she flip-flops. That's what she does. That's what she's always done.
But where's she at now, though? Like now in her, how she feels
as a senator?
I mean, because she's been very consistent over the last few years. No?
With respect to what?
Just with a lot of things that are going on. For instance, with her, like the marijuana. That's a big thing, of course, being in California. That was a big thing. She was totally against it at one point.
So why is she pro marijuana right now? When she was totally against it, voted the legalization of it down numerous times. Why do you think she's for it right now? What has it done for the state of California?
Well, don't you think she should be, after seeing everything that it has done, and how not just marijuana when it comes to the money that it makes, but also when it comes to a lot of money, though. Yeah, when it comes to the money, and then also it comes to the imprisonment of people for petty crimes, possession crimes. I mean, after you see the results and the change of it, wouldn't you want to be for it too? Like, aren't we supposed to see shit and see that it works and change our bad views to be something better than we were before? Isn't that the point of growing and growth, or is that not what we want from people?
Well, no. The point is that you should want to change your mind when you were wrong on something. But I'm asking you that I think that her underlying reason for changing her point of view has nothing to do with empathy for people. It has everything to do with cash flow for the state of California. She doesn't have children. That was another thing that I mentioned as well.
You did say that.
Yeah. But I know that's a really hot button topic, but essentially I think when you look at somebody in a political position, they have to have some teeth in the game, in my opinion, for long term. I'm talking about generations after you leave the earth, and she doesn't have that. So I think that compassion, that empathy, she's a very good speaker, and boy, she can convince you that she cares, but her track record has not shown that she's cared very much about Black people.
And what track record is that? Like, what have you seen that shows that, specifically?
Well, she was convicting thousands upon thousands of Black men and women in California on these marijuana charges for years and years. Now let's talk about
she
the
was
prison system.
How is she convicting?
Was it the conviction people upset about, or the time they was getting?
Yeah, like what?
Because she posted
I mean, you could say, yeah. I mean, you could basically say the convictions itself, because even if they spend 2 months in jail, that takes them away from their families, away from job opportunities.
But what were they doing to get to that position? Shouldn't they have been convicted?
They gotta be held responsible for some of that shit too, though. Like
at some point.
Like I know if I know my 9 to 5 ain't doing it for me. I'm finna sell drugs. I know if I get caught, somebody gonna throw my ass in jail. I'm not gonna spend. I'm like, well, cause you black, you know what I'm saying? It's a sister up there. She gonna give me the least time. It probably don't work like that.
Well, and first of all, when it comes to time, like she's not really the person that designates it. That's the judge. That's the judge's sole point in that. The jury convicts. The prosecutor, DA, not the DA. The DA is over the prosecution. They try criminals. The jury convicts. The judge sentences. So when people keep on saying that she is giving people and convicting them, stop saying that, because that's kind of.
Well, she makes recommendations of time. But
she does. I mean, the defense makes recommendations too. So just because you make a recommendation, ultimately, for one, we have to understand that these people that are in front of the judge is because they've done something wrong, right? That's the reason why they're in court.
But now it's legal, right? So
now it's legal.
In hindsight, was it technically wrong? Let's talk about that.
Yes,
it was wrong because it was illegal.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's like right now, for instance, like right now, back in the day in the 80s, and this is not a made up conversation. In the 80s, it was okay for a husband to rape his wife, right? That was cool. You cannot go to jail for raping your wife in the 80s. That has recently changed. So now it is illegal. So in the 80s, if I was raping my wife, would that be okay since it was legal? Like it's wrong.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's
really.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. But I mean, but that's the thing. You know what I mean? So it's like just like it was just because it was legal then doesn't make it right. Selling drugs, of course, it's petty, but it was illegal. You can't be like, oh, well, like slavery, that was legal then. That was bad.
And my thing is, if you get caught twice, stop. If you know it's the third strike, you done. Like, why the fuck would you go back out there anyway?
Yeah.
It just don't make no sense. Like, if you got 2 strikes, I'm sorry, man. Like,
does that kind of make sense? I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, and I get everything you're saying. You bring up a good valid points, especially the point of her not having kids and not having no stake in the game, basically, is what you're saying, or no horse in the race.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, when you talk about a person's predicament that they're in, it's really easy to say like, oh, well, if I was on my second strike, there'd be no way I would do something else again. But when you are faced with literally no opportunities, you really don't understand the depths of what people will do to survive. So, I don't think that any of us really quite understand what living in some of those neighborhoods in California means. So, I think that she was very much a proponent of the establishment democratic system, which was tough on crime, tough on drugs, and, really just impacted the low to middle class Black Americans the worst. And I think that if she and I agree with you, Damon, when you say, this was her job. Yeah, that was her job. But then she went into being a public servant. So when you want to become a public servant, we're going to analyze what you did in your job. So I analyze it. I just think that she was a part of the system that really just was a huge detriment to Black Americans, especially in California.
But then she's also, created organizations that have, helped people recoup or what do they get themselves back into the society from coming from jail.
Yeah, she's 18 and 24.
She's also had the anti-lynching bill she tried to get passed that the Republicans try to fuck over and to make lynching an actual federal crime. So I mean, the list goes on, and I have a lot of shit that I wrote down here of stuff that she's done. And like I say, the more she's tried to overhaul the jail system. She's had some reform bills that she's put out there. I mean, she's not this person that everyone is trying to make her seem like. She just hates Black people.
Well, I mean, I hope that wasn't the impression that I've given you at all.
No,
I
not you.
I don't hate Kamala Harris. I'm a biracial woman. honestly, I would love for her to be everything that everyone wants her to be, because, look, she looks like she could be my auntie. I want her to be that great person, but her record just does not reflect greatness. And I just think we need to pause on. I see so many of these memes that come across of her being an AKA, and she went to Howard, and I mean, that's great, but look what she did when she was at the top of the political system in the state of California. She was not a good person to Black citizens in the state of California.
No,
and the thing about that I dislike the most about her is when she's asked about these things, she just she never denies her record. She just says she's proud of it.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be proud of the things that she's done.
I mean, and like even so the case. What was the guy's love bug? Jamal
True Love.
True Love. There you go. I said love bug. I knew you figured out Clem. Thank you. Clem was a fucking Braun fan.
She's had a couple other cases where there is a black man that literally is being put in jail for years upon years, and she's literally blocking evidence and appeals. So that's a red flag to me.
But okay, so put it like this. So for one, with the love bug.
Jamal True
Love. For one, she wasn't even the prosecutor on that. She was the DA, so she wasn't prosecuting. Like she had nothing to do with that trial, outside of one of her lawyers, prosecutors, were working for her. That's kind of where she's set. Interviews, he would say he saw her 2 times. Once on the conviction, second time on the sentencing. She wasn't in the courtroom or nothing. She had people work that case for her because she was the DA, not the prosecutor. So again, he even endorsed her 2 days ago, or maybe yesterday. He endorsed her in her presidential bid even. So I mean, when you look at it, and even with some DNA things that she did not let go through, like she's a prosecutor. Her job is to convict people. Like she has, and again, is it a hard job? I mean, shit. There's defense attorneys that know their client has murdered people, but yet they still have to get them off. Like that's their job, and if not, you're breaking laws, and you can go to jail and be held in contempt. So it's like it's a very Go ahead.
Yeah, but that case, there's more elements to that case. Like they found out that they were paying the witness $60,000 and putting that witness in nice housing during the trial. So if she's the DA, she has to know that money's getting passed off, right? Otherwise, she's asleep at the wheel.
I mean, and that's true. If she didn't know, then she's not doing her job properly. If she did know, then she's a part of the problem. So again,
that's corruption.
No, and that's true. So it's both things. But for one, she doesn't have to know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that go under the radar because you don't want your superior to know, because it won't fly. So again, it's one of those things to like, is everything under Trump's watch? Does Trump know everything that's going on? Probably not. But will he get the blame for it? He fucking should, because it's his watch. So you know what I mean? So again, it's one of those things, these ticky-tack things that we're mad as shit from people that have. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Damien, it's not ticky-tack, because at the end of it, the state of California lost $13 million as a settlement. Because she was asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, no. Again, totally agree. But I mean, I'm the biggest person to say nobody's perfect, nothing's perfect. There's a lot of innocent people that are locked up, and it's not always because someone did their job wrong. It could be just someone else did their job good. That black man had a shitty lawyer. Like, there's no reason. I mean, if you look at the appeal, I know you know information on the case. But if you look at the appeal that he did, he was in there for 6 fucking years, got that appeal, and if you look at the case, there was no case against him. There's no reason. Fucking Judge Judy could have got his ass off. like there's no fucking way that he should have served. They gave him 50 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's talk about another case under Kamala's watch, George Gage.
Okay.
That man is still in jail right now.
Is that the DNA?
That is actually a different one. I think that's Kenny, somebody else. I forgot his name, Kenny. But that's another one where they're blocking DNA testing, advanced DNA testing, for him to be able to get another appeal, because this man is on death row.
Shit, I'm over here making her look bad. I'm over giving her bad cases out.
The George Gage case is one eyewitness, the stepdaughter, basically George Gage's stepfather. The stepdaughter accused George Gage of sexually assaulting her. Kamala ends up, trying to, or, bringing the case up. He gets a lifetime sentence. And there's record and there's statements from the mom of the daughter that says that she's a pathological liar, but they will not reopen this case to have it looked at. And this man is rotting in jail.
Yeah. I mean,
there's another one. The Kenny one you bring up is a great one.
Uh-huh.
There's advanced DNA testing to prove his innocence, and she's blocking that. Like while she was the attorney at that time, she was blocking that appeal process.
Uh-huh. I mean,
I know we talk about she's a black woman, but that right there, those are huge red flags to me, because these are young brothers that are literally losing their lives and not creating generations on their own, and she's keeping them in jail. Like, there's no due process.
Like, I would love to look, and like, I don't know those two cases hand in hand. I know I know that she's done something when it comes to supporting statewide DNA evidence to be pushed through, like after her what is it called, her district attorney stint. And she's pushed some legislation as a Senate to fix things that she saw that was bad. Now again, her job is tough. She was a DA. She's fucking who's Two-Face on Batman? like she's
Harvey Dent.
Yeah, she's Harvey Dent of a very bad area. And I don't know if you've ever been to the San Francisco or know anything about San Francisco, but San Francisco is poor as fuck. Like, homeless is rampant. The hoods are the hoods. It's very expensive there.
You're either very rich or very poor.
Yeah, crime is shitty. And then right across the bridge you have Oakland. And Oakland is no better.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Oakland, there's no jobs out there. And now it's even worse. They moved the Warriors across the bay to San Francisco. They moved the Raiders out of there. So it's like people are struggling out there. So it's not like the best climate for people. So she has to be a tough DA. And a lot of these people that are being locked up are not first-time offenders, or not people that have small things. Again, I'm not saying they deserve what they got, but it's a lot of things that we're not looking at into these cases that we just don't understand 20 years later, because this isn't shit that just happened last week. 1 second, Clem. Go ahead, Brianna.
So, Latoya has a question. Because someone was coming up on their third strike, you're saying she's not supposed to do her job as a prosecutor?
What?
No, she's supposed to do her job.
I mean,
she's doing her job. That's the argument for Kamala, is like she's doing her job.
Well,
I guess my thing is like, for like my wife Rhonda says, like, she is a front runner. I mean, what concerns me is those cases in particular, but what really concerns me on this one is, like, a couple months ago, she said that she believes the accusers of Joe Biden, accusing him of sexual assault. But yet and still, like a week ago, you take this position from the same man that you are basically calling a sexual predator.
Would you not take that position? Because think about it. She becomes vice president. The thing about becoming vice... The thing about
then you're saying she's an opportunist. So she's going to be putting moral ethics and codes away so she can get a job.
This is the thing. When you're a prosecutor, you do your job to the best of your ability. Why? Because you want to get that raise. You become a DA. You do your DA job the best of the ability, get your name out there, get a good record so you can be a senator. You become a senator to create legislation to help change things that you saw that was fucked up. Then after that, you become a vice president. Not because you believe in the president that's above you, because you feel you can make change and you have ideas that can fix shit. Because what she's done as a senator has been completely different than what she's done as a DA. And she's cleaned up a lot of things. And she's changed her ideas on a lot of things, which is what we wanted her to do when she was a DA. And now she's doing it as a senator, and now we're like, but what about the time when you're a prosecutor? And now she's vice president, where she has a platform where she can make more change. And she can really help out. And she doesn't have to worry about the bullshit that she had to worry about as a prosecutor, a lowly prosecutor, or a fucking DA of fucking Gotham. And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that I'm not saying the Bay is Gotham, so I don't want y'all to think that.
That's exactly what you just said.
but
you just called that shit Gotham.
I just called the worst of the worst, right? But what I'm saying is that now she has the position to do this, and then what's next after this? She can legitimately run for presidency after Biden's 2 terms. If he gets another term, because of course if he wins his first term, they're not going to replace him with Kamala. They're going to make him run his second term, defend himself. So then in 8 years, 9 years, she can be, a front runner for presidency, and then she can make a real change at that seat. So, I mean, I think it's deeper than what a lot of people are looking at, and I think people are being very shallow. I think you're going to find something bad about everybody, but then it's also circumstantial. You have to look at the whole the context of what was going on at the time and why this was that. And that's just how I look at it, if that makes any sense. I'm a fan of her, and I'm not a fan of her just because she's a black woman. That has something to do with it. But I also love how she gives it to these fucking Republicans at every congressional hearing. It's fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. And she makes them man up and own up to what they're saying. We can start talking about the fucking the anti-lynching bill. People are mad because the Republicans aren't because the Democrats, so to speak, are not letting the justice bill go, and that's going to help police reform. But it's not true, because what the Republicans are trying to make out of that bill, they're trying to say that we will give funding to cops that don't use the chokehold, and we'll also, give some other money if you for no-knock warrants. We'll revisit no-knock warrants for drug offenses. And the Democrats aren't signing that, because the Democrats say, no, we need the chokehold to be not even a thing, and we need no-knock warrants to be done with. We don't want fucking funding for it. We want this shit to be done with. And now the Democrats are like assholes because they're not signing that justice bill, but nobody really knows what's in these justice bills. They don't realize that the Anti-Lynching Act can be passed right now if they wanted to, but they won't. So, I mean, it's a lot of things that are deeper than simply saying that I don't like her because of what she did in the past. And Rhonda, I get everything you're saying, and you're not wrong on it. I just think that we're holding a past that we're not judging for at that time that the time was, and we're making her past be her present, and that's not what nobody wants. That's what.
Well, I mean, and as I said at the beginning, I'm going to vote for them. I'm voting for that ticket, of course. But my main point is not to necessarily hold it against her today, but recognize her past, analyze her past, ask tough questions of your peers and others around you, because if we just pretend like she's perfect just because what she's saying today, then we're not doing our due diligence as a voter. That's all I'm saying. You got to go back. You got to research people because they're chameleons. Look, Kamala Harris, like you said, you love the way she grills people. She is an amazing communicator. Amazing. Yes. Don't think for 1 minute that she can't be lying to you too. But so we're going to see, because I do believe that her and Biden will get voted in. I definitely believe it without a doubt. And then maybe we could do this show like another 4 years from now to see what she's really done of substance.
We could do that after the ticket mark.
And I'm not saying I'm not supporting them. I'm just saying that I'd like to see what their agendas are for people of color, because and I'm just using Kamala's past because that's what they do for all elected officials. Like, they look at their past before they vet them and before they nominate them for the presidency. Yes, it's just due diligence. So it sounds like I'm really hard-handed on Kamala, but I'd like to see what they say, what their platform is. I'd like to see what their agenda is going to be.
And it keeps changing, by the way. I know you probably want to wrap this up, but she did flip-flop on Medicare for all. She was for the big insurance company system when she first ran for president. Now she's flipped again, and now she's for Medicare for all. So that's another red flag to me.
She was also silent on not police reform, but on having an outside party prosecute cops who murder citizens.
Right.
She was silent on that. But then you also silent on that. But you have to understand, she's a DA. She polices the DA. She is the person that the people that the police force answer to. So it's kind of like one of those things. I'm not silent because I don't care. It's just I run the police force, and I run the people of San Francisco. You're not trying to piss neither one of them off because it's going to make your position harder than it was. You know what I mean? So, So again, like I said, we don't really look at the whole context of what is going on. And there's nothing that you said and you've ever grilled me on that I thought was wrong. And it's not really a right or wrong answer, because you're supposed to vet everybody. And you're 100% right. You're not supposed to like them just because they're black. I did that once, and that was Obama's first term. I voted for him because he was black.
Oh, we did too. Everyone was guilty of that.
It could have been Flavor Flav. Yeah, it could have been Flavor Flav, and I would have voted for that nigga with like flying colors. I'm not lying.
I don't think he would have got in.
I would have. He would have got my vote.
It would have been Flavor.
He would have got my vote. Goddamn.
Let an intelligent man that look like Flavor Flav. You're not gonna get in.
But that's why I voted for Obama the first time. The second term, I had actual facts and add feelings into it and more knowledge, in my opinion, on why my vote went from. But the first time he is in because he was black, goddammit.
Yeah.
And that's just me being honest. But I don't.
Well, that's.
I think Kamala's gonna be a different beast, and I think we're giving her too much emphasis, kind of, because of her vice presidency. It's not like she's running for president right now. Does she have a say in things? Yeah, but she's really not that. Remember, Biden didn't do a motherfucking thing as vice president. He just made jokes and did cool shit with had cool memes with Obama and fucking groped women. That's all he really did.
I think that Kamala's going to be I think she's going to be a much more vocal VP that we've probably seen in a long time. And I think that Joe Biden has given us every indication that he may not make it, through 8 years.
Everyone keeps on saying that. Let Joe live, y'all.
No, he is not coherent. He's had some cognitive issues.
He do look lost at times, man.
He's been like that for years, though. I think Joe is just not the smartest person. Joe,
did you just smile out of nowhere?
Joe is not that intelligent. Y'all gotta realize, my biggest thing with Joe is Joe just talks. Like, Joe, if you would just shut up. Like, Joe, just don't talk. Go into an interview and just say nothing.
He dozes off at times.
No, if Joe would go into interviews and say nothing, it would be better than him going in there and saying the shit that he says. Like, Joe, just shut the fuck up. Joe, you're right. Democrats, black people should be voting for y'all motherfuckers. But, Joe, don't say that shit like you said it. Like, shut the fuck up, Joe. And I have a clip right here. It's kind of funny. I got this clip from, what was it? I love fucking The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. I love that show. And this is a clip, and this is kind of what social media looks like when they're fighting and discussing Kamala Harris.
She doesn't really have core beliefs.
Her record as Attorney General is absolutely abysmal by fighting to keep inmates locked up in overcrowded prisons.
As a prosecutor in San Francisco, she allowed, scores of violent criminals to walk free.
Did you know that Kamala Harris has a higher rating from the Police Association in 2019 than from the ACLU?
She is soft on crime. She is no friend of the police.
Harris clearly wasn't picked for her personal charm.
She's very telegenic. I get that. The media will say she's very hip.
I think that the pick was somewhat surprising.
I think it was a kind of a boring pick. I think everybody was expecting Biden to pick Kamala.
Like, it's so many flip-flop, and it's like she sucks at fucking, police reform, and then she's really for it. And then it's like, she's horrible with the crime, and she has, she locks everybody up. But the San Francisco streets are running around with all these criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's not locking nobody up. Like, everyone is all over the place with this shit, and everyone has opinions. We just need to come together, as you said, vet our people, but vet them with facts. We're not gonna go on criminal websites and come up with these crazy ass accusations on why crazy shit is happening. And that's our next segment. I'm talking about, so we're on Facebook, and Rhonda was coming up with these alien accusations on why that little boy got murdered in North Carolina. She was just coming with all some clue type shit.
That's what you do.
That's what you got to do.
I'm like, where are you coming up with this? Let's get some facts first, and then we'll speak on it.
No. You've seen enough of these crime stories. I mean, there's some basic things that you could piece together. You pretty much piece together that there's some meth going on in that story.
I mean, he had meth mouth. The dad had meth mouth. He had meth mouth. So I'm pretty sure there's something going on with it, and it's gonna be. I don't think it's what it is. And
so the black dude was over there to smoke meth too.
Niggas
here, not too many, dude.
Not too many, but I'm pretty sure
we really like to try.
They in North Carolina, in the country, so they in North Carolina, man. I don't know.
We use our mind with a lot of shit, a lot of drugs. Like, you see somebody like, oh, I'm gonna try that shit.
We have some that are off the
I ain't gonna say never,
but we're gonna talk about that next. So, y'all are voting what? Y'all are gonna be on the Biden Harris ticket for 2020.
We're gonna be holding our nose the whole time, but we'll be casting that vote.
Well, we're gonna talk more about it, and I kind of
unless Trump come out with something crazy like the universal basic income. I mean, at that point, I'm like, okay.
How much is that?
Yeah, how much is it? Is it like 100,000?
Universal basic income was Andrew Yang's. I was a Yang guy, so I was originally Yang.
He's gonna give everybody $1,000
$1,000 a month.
$1,000 per family in the house.
No, not per family. Per every person that's 18 and older.
18 and older.
One time?
So that'd be like
every month.
Oh shit!
Every month.
Shit.
Forever.
Trump
forever
until you die.
But
now,
Trump
brings something like that out. I have to like start.
I'm gonna do my hair like his and everything, motherfucker. Shit, say.
But he got that from they do that in Alaska, like right now.
Yeah.
Like right now,
Yeah,
that goes on in Alaska. So
and a few counties in California do it too.
Yeah. So it's not something that can't be done on a big scale. Probably not. Anything can be done. Shit. I mean, let's be honest with you.
But that shouldn't help, bro.
Yeah, no, it'll be dope. But I mean, the thing about systems like that, as much as it works, it's kind of like a socialist pot. That shit works as much as it works. The bad thing about it is that it's the people that fuck up systems like that. It's not the system that's bad. It's the people that fuck it up for everybody else. But once again, y'all.
Wait, I have a question.
Go ahead, Bree.
Andrea Simmons says, why should black people vote for the Democratic Party? Real quick. She also said she might sit this one out.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
It is.
Hold on. She also said she might sit this one out like the last one. So, come on, guys.
What? I mean, she's not voting? I mean, hey, it's what she does. It's whatever. But
you can answer a question.
My answer, why do I think? I think a lot of the beliefs, and you have to go back to. Now, I don't believe everything that the Democrats hold out there. I don't, right? I believe more of the shit they put out there than the Republicans, right? I don't cast my vote for what does the better, greater good for my household. That's not how I vote. I use my vote for what I think is best for the country. And I think people that use their vote for themselves in their own personal situation
is pointless.
It's pointless, and it's fucking up everybody. And I know
ain't shit gonna change at your house. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're not changing, if you're not, go
wow,
ahead.
I think the complete opposite.
Really,
I think you should be very selfish in the voting process. It should be all about you. When the conservative people that are thinking about their bottom line every year and how much they can save in taxes. There's no problem when they think about themselves.
But it is a problem because that has not helped anyone, and that's the thing. But
it helps them.
No, I get it, but it doesn't. They're not hurting. If they do something different, they're gonna be okay. It's just what they're doing is they're trying to make it easier for them, and that's the thing. They're trying to make it greater for them because they're not gonna do bad if it was the other way. But that's I don't vote for me because I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be good. I'm voting for the have-nots, for the situations that are fucking up the country as a whole. I'm voting for the homeless people. I'm voting for the people that are locked up that can't get out. I'm not locked up. I'm not in jail. I'm good. My vote needs to go for the people that can't get out of the hood. My vote needs to go for the people that are locked up, facing 50 years for a crime they didn't do. Like, that's where my vote goes for those people. And when it comes to the Democrats and the Republicans, people always say the Republicans are about less government control, and the Democrats are about more government control. But it's not true because they're the ones that are giving you the ability. If you're gay, go get married. I don't give a fuck. If you want an abortion, go have an abortion. I don't give a fuck. That's between you and God. At that point, I don't care. You do what you want to do. You live your life, and then if you and God patch it up at the end, then y'all good. It's the Republicans that sit here and try to take these liberties from you because of this, that, and the third. They're the ones that try to take your money from you for this, that, and the third. So, I mean, why do I vote Democrat? I have my reasons. It's not just because I'm black. It's not because I feel like they do what's best for the black community. I feel like they do what's best for everybody.
Do you vote straight ticket?
I do vote straight ticket. And that's because I don't have time to look at what every motherfucker in every office, in every position wants. Like, I don't have time for that.
Scantron test.
I just
hey.
Did
you
y'all
put an A for everything? I got basketball practice later. I ain't fucking Scantron test.
I know. You know how many different offices and different ideas that people are going out there. Unless it affects my direct district or the presidency, I really don't look at every fucking office, if that makes any sense. But that's kind of how I feel about that. But yeah, Clint, I'm gonna show y'all this other clip, and this is another one I got from. Do y'all watch Trevor Noah's The Daily Show?
Every once in a while.
Yes.
Y'all watch it? So this is kind of a clip he made about everyone kind of not knowing, because that's the thing about Kamala, and that's why everyone's mad, because we don't really know what she's about, and that's why the vetting is so important, as Rhonda is saying, because she has been one way and she's also been another way, and it's kind of hard because what is she? Is she doing this for political gain? Does she really mean this? Has she really grown and developed to become a better person and actually care about us? Like, we don't know. And this clip right here, the one I showed earlier, kind of picks fun at, Fox News trying to figure who the fuck Kamala is. And this is another clip that they're saying that I think would be the same type deal. Check it out.
Joe Biden has picked Kamala Harris. But who is Kamala Harris? She hates the police. Except for the times that she loves the police. She's also soft on drug crime, but is too tough on drug crime sometimes. She's black, but also Indian. Is that even allowed? Kamala Harris. We haven't decided why she's bad yet, but we already paid for this ad.
I'm Donald Trump, and I'm confused by this message.
That's what it is. We're just fucking confused by Miss Harris.
It is what it is.
We'll figure it out. Clem. I guess we got, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Who's winning who's winning? You said LA and the
you mean
Nuggets?
in the NBA?
Yeah.
I think it'll be the Lakers and the Nuggets in the final round.
Okay.
I think the Lakers are gonna beat them.
Okay.
And then I got the Bucks. I actually got Toronto beating the Bucks.
And who's winning, Toronto or the Lakers?
Lakers.
Oh, you're a fucking fan.
Lakers.
They have probably the third or fourth worst
why wouldn't it be
bubble
the
record.
They only got two why wouldn't it be the Lakers?
Huh?
Why wouldn't it be the Lakers?
They have a pretty bad bubble record.
They don't have a point guard.
Point guard's LeBron.
LeBron's also their center. Their power forward is AD. There's also a small forward. There's also a shooting guard. They have a lot of inconsistencies. Who's he gonna pass to that can shoot?
They got shooters. I mean, Danny Green is a playoff performer.
No, he was. Hey, the same shit that you give Kamala Harris about for being one way back in the past and not being that now. That's Danny Green. Danny Green was that guy.
When I like, please don't say Danny Green, man. Danny Green, like, it ain't gonna happen.
I'm just understanding. I mean, y'all gotta let me know what team y'all got before we can start.
My team ain't even get out. My team. They here. Yeah, they just landed.
No, I mean, like, who y'all got to win it?
Clippers gonna win, man.
Clippers.
Either you know what? Rockets got a chance too. In the West, it'll be either Dang right.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying the Clippers?
No.
Don't have any size and are jump shot reliant.
Do you know what? Do you know why I say okay? I like your Nuggets pick. I really like
the
your
Nuggets
Nuggets
gonna beat them up inside.
No. I like your Nuggets pick because they have an all-around team. The thing about the playoffs, in order to win a playoff series, you have to have a bench. That's what
Clippers
LA lacks.
10 deep.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Clippers
can play 10 people.
The Clippers got their seventh man can start on anybody's roster. They can.
LeBron 37. He can't do them 38 minutes.
The Clippers' seventh man will start for the Lakers. Yeah. Crawford will start.
Montrezl Harrell.
I mean, all those guys will start. Like that, you don't understand. The Clippers are and everybody is undersized. It's not a big league anymore, especially when you're going in against the East. Unless you're playing against Philadelphia.
The Lakers got 3 7-footers though. I mean, they got 3 legit 7-footers,
and none of them play at the same time.
No, they got 1 legit 7-footer.
And that dude.
You saying McGee and Dwight Howard is legit?
They don't really play at the same time like
Dwight Howard, McGee, and Anthony Davis.
Well,
yeah, Anthony Davis.
Okay. Those 3 will never play on the court at the same time during the playoffs. Matter of fact, maybe one of them.
McGee ain't gonna play.
And then Dwight Howard will not play during the playoffs with AD for big minutes. So again, it's cool to say, but it's not going to be a thing. But anyway, once again, thank y'all for y'all's input.
Okay.
Clem, you're dope. Clem, I met Clem through flag football. Me and him always argued on the field and shit. We're complete polar opposites. But I mean, shit, I respect Clem. He's a cool individual. He's a good father. He's a good man, and fuck, he's 40 years old and sexy as shit.
45.
45. But he looks like he's 25. He works out and all kinds of shit. If y'all go to his page, look him up. He has his own gym, CrossFit type shit. He's doing good for the community and the people around him. So Clem, if I never said it, I respect you as a man, regardless of any fucking off-field arguments and stupid shit we got into on the field, which really was never that bad. It's just
No, it wasn't.
I'm just a different
it was just
character.
Good trash talk. That's all it was.
That's all it was. So Clem, you have a good one.
You too.
Thank you, Rhonda. You have a good one as well.
Thank you guys for having us. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right. See y'all later.
Peace. I am sexy as shit. Shut up, KK.
You sexy.
So we had a caller try to reach us.
Who was it? Who tried to reach us?
They didn't respond to me.
Did they download the WhatsApp and get on there? We'll see.
They
We'll
just
see.
finna call and say, "These nuts." Got him. Got him.
So that was the Kamala. I hope if y'all got anything from the Kamala Harris information, please understand who she is and understand and take everything that people talk about. Use the facts and take everything that she's done and been a part of in context. Okay, she was a prosecutor to a DA, from a DA to a senator. Now she's on the front house, the White House lawn almost as vice president. So you have to understand with each position comes different responsibilities, some easier, some harder than others. One is to pit bad guys away. One is to change and make laws to help the American people. So with both of those different aspects of her job is going to come different roles and different attitudes. So again, I personally, Biden Harris for 2020. Yourself? What do you got? Bree?
Biden Harris.
Biden Harris. Let's hope it and I'm not that. And I'm not saying it because I'm like one of the people that think I would vote for fucking Mickey Mouse just to get Trump out of the office. That is not why I'm voting for them.
If it's a black Mickey Mouse, maybe.
That's not the reason why I'm voting for Biden. Not with these two. If it was, again, like Flavor Flav and Mickey Mouse, then I'd vote for them for the reason that we need to get Trump out of the office. But I think them two, especially Kamala, can make a change. And once we get her into the office, hopefully she'll stay in there for 16 years. 8 as vice president, and then 4 as actual president. 8 as real president.
So it was Andrea. Andrea, if you want to give us a call back.
Andrea, give us a call. Matter of fact, Andrea, we'll call you in a second. We have your number. We'll call you in just one moment. There's actually been another news story, and it was about this individual here. This is kind of a sad one. This one kind of took everybody by storm. I don't really have too much to say about the story. It was just a fucking tragedy. This was an individual, a little boy, Cannon, and then the individual, Darius. Darius just walked up and shot Cannon. Allegedly, I will say, because of course we don't have the facts. I believe there's one, maybe 2 witnesses that saw what happened. Maybe just 1 witness, I think it was. And that's the story. There's going to be more about this story because it's a real shitty story, okay? Now, the thing about this story that gets me is the way everyone perceives this story. Does that kind of make sense? The way people perceive the story, it kind of fucks with me. Because what do you know about this? What have you heard about this story, Bree?
I've heard a lot of different stuff. So the cousin to the family said that the little boy was riding his bike and happened to ride it in the gentleman's driveway.
Okay.
And got mad, went out and shot the poor little boy. I also heard that the dad and the siblings were also outside as well.
There's the kids were playing outside, and the one went off to ride his bike, right?
Right.
Yeah. KK, what have you heard about this whole?
I heard basically what she's heard. I heard something about doing drugs together. Then what she was saying about the kid riding the bike. I just don't understand. Then I heard he was shooting at the dad, but hit the boy. Hit the boy. But I'm like, bro. What?
But then they said the dad was inside.
Yeah. What?
I mean, the story's fucked up, right? So we don't know about the story. And we always talk about. We kind of want
a kid.
Yeah, we kind of want to hold off on the story real quick because we don't want to report bad information. We want to sit there and give you all this bad information. You're talking about it. My whole thing with this case is the way that people are viewing the case. This is not a George Floyd situation, guys. This is not a Breonna Taylor situation, all right? So let's not confuse it to that. And I hate how people do that. As they said, this guy was under arrest within 24 hours, right? You have to understand when the Breonna Taylor and the Ahmaud Arbery situation happened, you understand by the time the media got that story to us, it was already 2-3 months past.
And it wasn't even the actual story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
Like it got passed around 5 times, and then we finally heard. Like we didn't know he went into a house.
Yeah.
We didn't hear all that shit at first.
No.
We just saw the video of him getting, you know what I'm saying? It just
getting shot.
Yeah.
But then that was, like I said, 2-3 months after he got killed. So, I mean, you know, people are talking about how this is similar. No, This kid got shot and someone was arrested. They didn't need the whole media, the public to call into the police office just to make them do their job. The police did their job immediately, as they should do. What happened to this little boy is a tragedy, not even a conversation. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even care what the reason is. It could be for absolutely no reason, because motherfuckers, sometimes crazy is just crazy. You know what I mean? But if he is crazy, what are we going to do? Are we going to put him in a psychiatric hospital, get him some help, and then release him to the general public again after he is helped? Or are we going to try to convict him and give him life because maybe he was just crazy? Like, that's the shit that this case is about to me. And then people talking about how white lives matter because of, this boy got killed, and they're saying there's no news coverage on this whole story. There's no major news coverage, all right?
So do they understand that we say that when we get killed by police, not by
a crazy dude being crazy?
Yeah. That's life. That shit happens.
Unfortunately, very true.
Yes. So when we say Black Lives Matter, you've never heard us say Black Lives Matter when you kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if Officer Breonna killed my motherfucking ass, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, especially if it's unjust.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Hands up, like choke. It's a problem. That's the difference. It's not, crime is crime. Crime going to happen. Crime is going to happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? But we're not saying Black Lives Matter because...
No, I get it.
Because of just regular
crime.
Yeah, that's crime.
It's
I kill you, I'm gonna go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like,
simple as that.
Quick. They're not gonna tell me you can't deliver your bread, but you can go. Don't go all to your Chick-fil-A, but you can do a few. We're gonna pay you. Like, it don't work like that.
Nah,
my ass is done.
It's out of there.
I'm writing letters to my family. These motherfuckers going home to their family after they kill somebody.
And having reasonable bail.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. When we talk about Black Lives Matter, SKK, I'm just going to reiterate what he said. And when we talk about Black Lives Matter, it's about the inequalities of the justice system towards people of color, mainly black individuals. That's what it's about. Simple as that. Cops shouldn't be killing nobody. But the way that they react towards us because they feel more threatened or they feel like we're this, that, and the third, it shouldn't be a thing. Is it a thing? We know it is. We're black. I've lived it. We've all lived it if you're a black individual in America. Or you most likely have. But the thing is that this whole White Lives Matter thing is like, stop it already, please. This is not a White Lives Matter case. And I'm pretty sure there's White Lives Matters cases that exist out there.
Yeah.
But this is not that. This is just a crazy dude committed a crime, and it sucks. But it happened. So just stop it, man, and stop using this boy to politicize something. Like let the family be sad, let the family be
let them grieve.
Let them grieve. I mean, this is not a national story. This is just a crime.
Yeah.
This isn't a national story, and it's funny because they were like, oh, the major news outlets have not even reported, and it's true they haven't. But you know who did report on this story recently?
What was that?
Fox News. They had to get a hold of it because people are talking about how no one's reporting on the story because it's not a national story. Someone just got shot. But check this out.
Which happens in every city, everywhere.
Somebody's getting shot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now by someone of opposite color, and the national media cannot report all those stories. This is a story from North Carolina about the shooting right here.
They were just playing in the yard like any other day.
Cannon had gone to church Sunday morning with his dad and sister.
Everybody there just loved Cannon.
And Cannon just loved riding his bike as he was doing Sunday evening in his dad's front yard on Archers Road. His two sisters there with him. His dad, Austin Hennett, was inside when he heard the gunshot.
I just scooped him up in my arms and held him and I screamed, and somebody help me please help me save my son. God, save my son, please.
Hennett looked up and saw his neighbor in the yard next door, gun in hand, pacing frantically.
I was looking at him as I was picking up Cannon, and I was so full of rage, but I couldn't leave my son's side. I just wanted to be with my son.
Hennett's fiance called 911. He says his neighbor, 25-year-old Darius Sessoms, who lived with his parents, soon drove away. Police arrested Sessoms the next day, charging him with murder.
Can you explain why he would shoot your 5-year-old boy? I have no idea why he would kill my son in front of his two sisters, his cousins. No idea.
Just the night before, Hennett says he had Sessoms over for supper. They sat on the porch, drank a beer together.
Because there was never anything between me and him, any bad blood whatsoever, for him to have a reason to do this.
But those last moments with Cannon, unimaginable.
I can't imagine what it's like to hold your son while he's suffering from a gunshot wound to the head as his blood run down my arm.
Now that's gonna be some shit I couldn't fathom. Like
that's
that.
Tough.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that whole story is tough. But that's a story. They reported the story. They reported what happened. They gave witness accounts. They didn't over there and speculate or try to make something out of it. That was an actual good news story, right? And then people complain about no major outlets commenting about it, which major outlets should not have been a part of this story. Just recently, yesterday, this happened last Sunday or 6 days ago on Sunday. Just 2 days ago, yesterday, Fox News reported, and this is how Fox News' bullshit story is.
An awful lot of crime and violence going on right now. We try to highlight it, not for ghoulish reasons, but because we think it's important you know what's actually happening. This one's particularly horrifying. The killing of a 5-year-old boy shocked North Carolina, not getting a lot of national news coverage. Rick Leventhal has that story for us tonight. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Tucker, this wasn't a kid caught in the crossfire, a victim of some random drive-by. This was a little boy playing on his bicycle with his 7- and 8-year-old sisters nearby, shot point blank in the head. Funeral services are being held this hour in Wilson, North Carolina for 5-year-old Cannon Hennett, who was supposed to start kindergarten this week. Witnesses say Cannon was playing on his bike in front of his dad's house Sunday afternoon when a man walked up, put a gun to his head, and pulled the trigger. Arriving officers and EMS attempted life-saving efforts and took the boy to the hospital, but Cannon could not be saved. The suspect, 25-year-old Darius Sessoms, was arrested Monday and charged with first-degree murder. He lived next door and reportedly may have been angered because Cannon rode his bike on Sessoms' lawn earlier in the day. Cannon's mom wrote on Facebook, "My baby didn't see color. My baby made sure you knew he loved you, even if he only knew you 5 minutes. I don't care what damn color you were." And his grandmother asked, "When are we going to write Children's Lives Matter on Hollywood Boulevard?" Sessoms, who neighbors say had dinner with Cannon's father the night before the shooting, has a criminal record with firearms and drug convictions. Cannon's mom says she hopes Sessoms rots in hell. Tucker.
Boy, what a depraved story. Rick Leventhal, thanks so much.
Sure.
And that is the bullshit report that Fox News gave of that story. They started off by saying, these stories we're gonna make sure we're gonna report these stories. So they had to make sure that they answer the question on why are major news outlets not reporting it, and then they had to make it obvious that they are the one major news outlet that is, right? And then they try to make it seem like this was not some senseless drive-by shooting, as if, this was anything better than a drive-by shooting, right? And then they had to go and add the whole black, my kid doesn't care about color. So now they're making this, they're playing that race thing to make this be something that has to do with race and not just some fucking crazy dude being fucking crazy. So they had to play that card. And then they went on saying, why don't they say children's lives matter in Hollywood? And then they played that was the worst fucking news clip that I've ever seen on something like this. They didn't report news. They even gave speculations on what could have happened, not actual facts from police testimonies or witness. What do you call it when you're in the room in their interrogation? Not from shit like that. They just gave information, this rumors to make this case. Oh, and they also gave the black guy's criminal record as well because he had previous gun and drug charges.
LaToya Gates says not the same case.
Huh?
LaToya Gates says not the same case.
What do you mean?
That's what she said.
Well, like I said, it's a fucked up situation, So I mean, I don't like how they report the news on this shit. It's just a horrible thing. Let me know what you're talking about, LaToya, so I can understand what you're saying. But that's kind of what that is, right? Anyway, I feel bad for that whole situation and that family, to be honest with you. I feel bad for that dad who, went out there and literally, I don't know what I would have done. All right, off that. The Tax Collector. Tell me about that, KK. What'd you think about it?
It was a good movie, man. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I really enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
So on some other shit, we watched maybe a month ago. We talked about that. What was it? Brown.
What's it called? Brown face. Is it brown?
Yeah, brown face.
Facing. Yeah.
We're talking about brown face and how the Hispanic community was mad because Shia LaBeouf was playing a Hispanic character in a movie called Tax Collector, and then we showed y'all the trailer. I wish I would have put it up. We showed y'all the trailer, and KK was like, "Oh, this is gonna be trash."
Yeah, I did say that.
I can't say nothing because I did too.
I did. I was like, "It's gonna be some bullshit."
What did I say about it?
You said it was gonna be good.
I said it looked good.
You said it gonna be dope. Yeah, it was good.
It was a dope ass movie, y'all. Clem hated it. Who was on earlier with his wife.
He didn't like it.
He didn't like it at all.
What did he say he didn't like about it?
I should have asked him. He'll comment. Tag Clem if you can, Brandon, and ask him why he didn't like the movie. I loved the ending too. The ending, you have to watch it, man. The shit that his father did and the way they set everything up, the character development. Shia LaBeouf, his character was dope. I was mad with his situation, but he was dope. He was gangster.
He said average at best.
Yeah, that's what he said. Average
at best.
Yeah, he really wasn't a fan of that movie. But it was dope. But we're gonna do. What was that other movie? So I'm gonna give y'all another movie I want y'all to watch, and hopefully we all can talk about it next week. I'm gonna post a trailer on my Facebook. The movie's on Netflix, and if you don't have Netflix by now, I don't know what to say about your lifestyle.
You ain't got no friends because friends give out passwords.
Oh, your dick is trash. Your pussy is trash. One of the two. You ain't got no goddamn Netflix account. You ain't got that whack. I know that goddamn. What was that movie, Brandon? The Jamie Foxx one.
Project Power.
Project Power on Netflix.
That's on Netflix?
Yeah. It's a Netflix original movie. So if y'all are listening, type on there, Bree. Project Power. Watch Project Power. And we'll all come together and we'll talk about it. If you've already watched it, let us know what y'all think about it. Don't give no spoilers. We'll do spoilers next week. We give you 7 fucking days to watch the movie, and if you don't, then the spoiler is your fault because you didn't check it out. But that's gonna be the next movie. We got some what the fucks for you guys this week. Some what the fucks. Here's the first one. We got some TikTok fan who had probably one of the most amazing what the fucks that I've seen in a long time. Check it out.
Why do we love slowed and reverb songs so much?
No sleeper seats, that's a mattress.
The slowed and reverb phenomenon refers to the remixing style in which one will slow down a song to anywhere between 80 and 90% speed and manipulate the acoustic environment of the audio. One of the originators of this sound is the producer Slater. What's your real name? Slater. When you slow down a normally upbeat song, like 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi, this puts the song in a totally different context. The slowed pace gives it a more personal sense of sadness. Suddenly the phrase, "I said girl, why you keep calling," seems less like a playful question.
I said girl, why you keep calling?
And more like a hopeless uncertainty.
I said girl, why you keep calling?
Part of what makes music so powerful is its creation of expectations. Slowing a song down that we already know and love flips our expectations and gives us a new, more introspective outlook on the work, while still maintaining enough familiarity to activate our brain's reward systems. What's your favorite slowed and reverb remix?
This motherfucker gave us a textbook explanation of screw music.
Yeah, slowed and reverb.
Sharon says that girl probably never even heard of DJ Screw.
God damn it. She want to talk about, she's talking about this shit. That's what she's talking about. She's telling.
I wonder what the comments are on her on that.
On that TikTok.
Hey, you stupid motherfucker. You heard of Screw? Watts? Anything? Anything? Texas?
You ever heard of Texas?
Have you heard of Texas?
Shit, they even got that shit in Florida. If you even in Florida, you know they probably jam Screw more in Florida.
In Florida,
than they
yeah,
here.
they do.
It's ridiculous how much they jam that shit in Florida. This is what she's talking about.
Latoya Gates says, "Girl, bye."
And she spent hours on top of hours editing the film. She had stats 80 to 90%, and you slow it down in an acoustic environment. Nigga, you just chop a beat, nigga. Tap, tap, slow the motherfucker.
She was really excited to give that.
She just taught us something, my nigga. So after I put a post out there, okay? I put a post out there. I want y'all to tell me What is something that y'all listen to, or something that white people have stolen from us?
Talking about the music world?
Try to. Just something. Post. I want to see what y'all post. Something that white people have tried to steal from us. For one, screw. They're trying to claim screw. That's what they're trying to. It's called reverb and some shit like that. So I found this one video. So this is on something with Dancing. I had to go back into the archive. This is from Dancing with the Stars, and this is what they discovered. Cold ass dance move, dog.
It's new to you, but the T-Rex situation, are we going to see that anywhere coming up?
Yeah, I think it's way too good not to put that in. I mean, honestly, I was spellbound.
So let's see it again.
All right, we need some music, but it's all right. We can hit it with that.
We can't provide that.
Do this one.
It's very Jurassic Park.
Hey.
Derek, what do you think? Is that going in your tour next year?
I'll do it right now.
The motherfuckers, hey,
the T-Rex.
They invented the T-Rex, dude.
And they had the hype man in the back.
Did you see everybody else in the back? So that guy in a brown shirt. Yeah. You see him in the picture? Watch. I'm going to play this shit one more time. Watch his ass T-Rex it up. Thinks that they invented the T-Rex, motherfuckers.
Why do we love slowed and reverb songs so
It's
much?
new to you, but the T-Rex situation, are we going to see that anywhere coming up?
Yeah, I think it's way too good not to put that in. I mean, honestly, I was spellbound.
So let's see it again.
All right, we need some music, but it's all right. We can hit it with that.
We can't provide that.
That is
Do this one. It's very Jurassic Park.
Hey.
Derek, what do you think? Is that going in your tour next year?
I'll do it right now.
What are these motherfuckers in Utah somewhere? Ain't never been outside of civilization?
These motherfuckers ain't got beat. MTV shit.
Dude dance called a T-Rex. Ain't that? How you even got the hype man in the back? Like, hey, like
these, like this. Well, look at that girl over there on the left of the dude in the front. She was jamming too. She thought she was getting it. They out there doing the T-Rex.
A little bit there. He probably seen some black people doing that, doing the nay whatever. And
yeah.
Doing that shit at home. You know, you got a dinosaur doing that bullshit.
Yeah, they got the T-Rex.
T-Rex.
What are they doing?
He said, little bitty ass arms. That's why he called it the T-Rex. Little ass arms.
And then we got another motherfucker out here. Now this what this look at this these motherfuckers goes. I said I chopped that shit up. I was over there screwing that. This look at these motherfuckers. This one goes out to the professional sports community as a whole. All right. We had Gilly the Kid that had to chime in on this.
Oh, yeah.
Check out what he had to say.
First of all, I just want to say the NFL, y'all on some bullshit. Motherfucking the Seattle Seahawks is on some fucking bullshit. How the fuck y'all going to get rid of that young boy, fire that fucking young boy, fuck his whole dream up because he tried to bring some pussy into the motherfucking hotel? Like, y'all could have fucking gave him a little suspension, a fucking write-up or something. Y'all gonna crush that whole young boy fucking dream all because he tried to bring some pussy into the hotel? Like, and then y'all think niggas is gonna go 5.5 months without getting no pussy? Fuck is wrong? That's the fucking perks of being a professional athlete. You get your fucking dick off the shelf whenever you want. Then y'all get rid of that young boy. Y'all know at fucking 21, the only thing a nigga got on his mind is getting some pussy and getting some money. And y'all get rid of that fucking young boy. Yo, I'm gonna reach out to Doug Penderson, man, see if I can get you a fucking job over there at the Eagles, man. Did that fucking young boy wrong like that. Like, I know y'all don't expect Cam Newton to go 5.5 months without getting no pussy. All them fucking expensive, spicy outfits he be wearing. Who the fuck gonna put a $8,000 outfit on to not get no pussy? Fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all know Cam gonna bring some bitches into the bubble. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Right.
Hey, this man got a point though. Like, so what happened is, if y'all haven't heard about it, the Seattle Seahawks, NFL football team, of course, in Seattle, Washington. They had an undrafted rookie from Oklahoma State. His name was Kima Siverand, and he got caught trying to sneak in a woman to his hotel room. He had her dressed up as a football player. I guess had her some Seattle Seahawks gear on, Her hair was probably tied up in a bun, looking like a kicker. They're skinny and little. And tried to sneak her up and got caught and got his ass kicked off the team. Now, guys, it's stupid. You're fucking getting paid all this money to potentially try to make a team to get paid more money. I don't know if he was drafted. He was undrafted, actually.
Yeah, he said undrafted.
So you kind of want to not fuck it up, right? But then the NFL, y'all expecting these men to go out here for this whole season with no pussy? This little young buck, first time in his limelight, all this money, fame, bitches throwing their ass at him, and he can't fuck not now one bitch. Female, I'm sorry, a woman. That's crazy. He's out there trying to get that wop, and y'all over there mad at him. And when I say wop, I don't mean wet ass pussy. I mean white ass pussy. This was the girl that he was trying to sneak in. This white girl. She was trying to make the roster. She was trying to get on the sideline.
He couldn't call nobody else. Jeez, need NFL, man.
That's the best. It's in Seattle, bro.
I don't give a shit. You gotta be something out there. That was I'd have cut that motherfucker too, man. That what you trying to sneak in? Say, basic at most. Okay. He ain't got an NFL check yet then.
Nah, he must not.
Yeah. No way.
He just had the official game gear. He had the official gear.
How is he undrafted in a whole motherfucking uniform? He a rookie?
He was a rookie.
Something ain't right with this picture, man. They don't start putting on pads till next week.
Maybe I got the photo from somewhere.
that ain't even him, is it?
I don't know. That's what the article said. That's a good question to see. That's maybe it's Photoshop. They have Peyton, what's his name? Tom Brady in a Bucks outfit.
Yeah, okay.
Before he even played with the Bucks. Maybe that is not that young man, but that is that
that's
white
her
girl.
Though. That's her.
That's that whop that he got in trouble for, and he got his ass whopped off the NFL. So hopefully somebody picks this young man up. I really hope so. He was a Big 12 guy. I think he was at he was a receiver.
State. Yeah.
At A&M or somewhere. K-State, you said?
Oklahoma State.
Well, he was a receiver at A&M. Then he transferred out and went to corner for his last couple of years at Oklahoma State. Made it to the league, only playing 2 years of corner in college. But hopefully he finds a home, and hopefully he gets his shit together. Should we do relationships today, or should we just hold off when Didi comes back? What are y'all thinking? I think Ashley has a question she wants to ask us. So should we get a relationship in real quick? Bree, you think we have time? I know it's late. College, y'all want to help us out? So Ashley's not available. I mean, Didi's not available today. So Didi, if you're on, chime in the comments. Ladies, I'm going to call Ashley, and I want y'all to help me out and KK out, help the show out to help Ashley with her problems. Not a problem, just a question she has. Let's get on the phone. 1 second. Chunk up the deuce for the... Can't find the button. Let's see if she answers. I think we probably should have told her we got a new number.
Because if that was me.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Ashley, what's going on?
What's going on?
Thank you for staying up with us. I know it's kind of late. What number came up across?
I know it's a little late.
Yeah, it is. What number came up across the screen?
Not yours.
What number came up? What's the number?
706 number.
What is it? 210. What? Say the whole number, please. All 10.
Yeah, it's dang. Okay, it's 210 706 0619.
Say it one more time.
210 706 0619.
210-706-0619. That is the number of the show. We got a phone number now. We got a phone number so people can call in and give us some input.
Okay.
We're trying to come up. We're trying to step our game up for the listeners. We want them to be a part of the show, not just only in the comments on the thread, but also with us. So Ashley, what do you have for us this week? How have you been? How's your week? You didn't call in last week, did you?
Yes, you did.
No, did I? Yes, I did.
Yeah. We talked about
We talked
asking
about
questions
asking about
you
the
was
partner, about who they been
who
with.
they had threesomes with and shit, and you was like, I want to know.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last week.
So what you got for us this week, Ashley?
Okay, so for this week, I have a question. It was mostly targeted for the ladies, so I'm a little bit sad that there's no female on the show.
Excuse you. Excuse you. But wait a minute. Excuse you, Ashley.
So okay, so here's okay. I know Bree's there. So here's my question. So I am 28, right? I have no kids.
Hold on. So
I'm definitely
this
still
is a
like.
you. This is a you question. This is
Yeah, this is me. This is not a friend.
Shit.
This not something I see on TikTok. This is me. It's very personal.
Let's go.
So here's my question. So let me just give everybody a little background knowledge. I'm 28. I have no kids. I've never been married, never been divorced.
What's your credit score?
What? What's my horoscope?
What's your credit score?
Oh, my credit score is a 773. Right?
She said horoscope.
I was like, wait, what? My horoscope? Why does that matter?
Not you, nigga. That's my horoscope.
Okay, so here's my question. So I'm in this place in life where my friends are either married and settling down or single and still finding themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I am trying to settle down, right? But it seems like something's off with my picker when it comes to picking men, right? Something's off. So here's my issue. Whenever something doesn't work out with a man, let's say I meet a man and I'm talking to him and everything's great, but then something happens that it doesn't work out. I tend to really, really self-reflect and beat myself up about it. So I will take whatever happened and I will find everything that I could have done wrong. And then I beat myself up about it for so long. And then it's like, well, maybe this is why I'm single. Maybe this is, this is what it is. And so my question or my problem is like, how do women get past this idea of like, I feel pressure from society to settle down, right? Like, you're already 28, you should be settling down, you should be starting a family. And I mean, it's not like I'm not trying
real quick.
to.
Ashley, why do you feel you should be settling down? I know you said society, but why do you feel? Well, let me rephrase that. I know you said society, but why do you feel that you should settle down and start a family?
Why do I feel? I mean, I feel because I'm getting older. So realistically, my biological clock is ticking.
You're 12.
I know that.
You got 12 more years.
You're 12. You're fucking 13. You just hit puberty. What do you mean you're getting
what?
older?
I just hit puberty. I did not just hit puberty.
Act like you're old.
I wish I did. I wish I did just hit puberty, and it was like I had all this time in the world. But realistically, that's not it.
No, I'm gonna tell you just like this. So I'm 43. I got a 25, 19, and an 11-year-old. Take your time, like you. It's hard.
But my thing is like, how do women? Because I know you're a man, so like it's from what I understand, right? And like just by dating men, it's different. Like men don't feel this pressure that I feel to like.
But why
settle down?
Why do you?
We do feel it though. We get pressure. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna see what Brandon wanted to say.
Ahead.
I mean, my whole thing is, like KK says, we do feel pressure. It may be different, but we do feel pressure. Also, why do you feel like why do you feel pressured? Like, is that what you want, or do you?
Because I guess no. I do. I would like somebody. I would like a life companion, right, to like settle down with and stuff.
And nigga, I would like some
but
water.
I don't want to settle. I don't want it to be like, okay, well, I'm getting older, so let me just take what I can get, right? That's not what I want either. So a lot of people my age already have kids.
You're 15.
One.
You're 15. What are you talking about?
I wish I was 15, man.
Hold on. So real quick,
wish.
Ashley, I am 36. I don't have children. I'm not married. But I'm not looking for it either, because you're out here trying to say you're ready to settle down. You're going to settle down with the wrong one just because you're looking for it. LaToya Gates has a comment and says it may not always be you. Reflect, learn, and move on. Don't take the pressure from...
Hold on, wait. I can't hear Bree. You guys got to talk into or Bree's got to talk into a mic.
I got a soft
Or y'all
voice.
got to tell me what Bree's saying.
Bree trying to sound sexy over there.
I can't help it.
She does. She always sounds sexy. What you talking about?
She always trying to sound
So,
always. I feel seduced.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. She'll take
you
care of you.
might be shooting for the wrong team. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you know?
That's what it is. You need to holler at females. That's what's wrong. That's why the shit ain't working.
Oh, okay. So I got to start fucking with females.
That's
I've
what,
been doing this all wrong.
Yeah, you been fucking up your whole
They gonna
life.
do the same fuck shit dudes do to you. You always see a girl. I'm finna fuck with a girl. Come back. What happened? She was worse than the nigga. I thought so. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back home.
So Brianna had a comment from Toya Gates. Say it again, Brianna.
She says, it may not always be you. Reflect, learn, move on. Don't take the pressure from society to figure out what you really want in your life.
And did you hear that?
I want a snack. Who's
Yeah,
that?
I heard it.
What y'all over there, baby?
So,
But okay, so here's my thing. Like, at what point? Because so right now, I feel like I'm still pretty young.
Ashley.
Right? That I can. Yes.
Can I ask
Are you listening to me?
No. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Ask me.
Have you figured out what it is that you want?
I do know what I want.
Okay, so what is it that you want? Not what society thinks you want, makes you think you want. What is it that you want?
Oh, like you mean in my life in general, not just in a partner?
No, just what do you want right now in your life, where you're at with your career, with your situation, your living situation, your job, your confidence, your everything, your experiences. What is it that you want in life?
I would like a partner who understands my dedication to work, right? I would like but I would like somebody who's supportive and understanding, but who's also there.
You understand how
so what
vague
I find,
that is?
Go ahead.
You understand how vague that's like saying I want a hamburger with meat and cheese. Like that's
onions.
Like that's the basic.
I know it's really hard, but like, okay, so I'm 28, right? And I'm already in my career, but I'm still pursuing a master's degree. And then once I get that, then I'd like to step into a position where I'm utilizing it, right? So I already know that it's going to require more time, more effort. So I know that me being a housewife or being something that requires a lot of time at home is probably not going to work.
Who said
so
you had to be a housewife?
I'm sorry?
Who said you have to be a housewife?
I'm not saying I have to be a housewife, but I'm saying like if somebody expects for me to be at home cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids all day when I'm at work all day and doing the same things that he does, it's going to cause some conflict.
Is that
right?
is that what you think men want women to stay at home all day and cook and clean?
A lot of men want that I found, yes.
Where you be finding them motherfuckers at?
Where are you going to fucking
man,
you must be on POS.
Them motherfuckers want control. Them some controlling people. That's what you find.
So a
keep
lot
your
of
ass
men,
home
when
and
I
cook
meet
and
them,
clean.
they're like, oh, but do you cook? And I'm like, I mean, I cook, yes.
Ask them, do we paint?
But am I gonna cook for you every day?
Do you paint?
Am I gonna cook for you every single day? Probably not, because just like you're at work all day, I'm at work all day. I get to work at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm just a teacher right now. So imagine once I step into an administrative position, I'm going to take that even more serious because I'm gonna want to secure the bag, right?
You're a teacher.
So I'm possibly going to get there earlier and work later. So when I get out of work, I'm probably going to be just as tired as you are. Do I want to come home and cook and do all this stuff? No. Will I be there for the kids? Absolutely. But it's just going to require a different outlook on it.
Who in the hell is that in the background talking about taking the kids? No.
That's my best friend in the background. She's also married with kids.
Which story was she?
She married with kids in the background. And for the record, she does a lot more than what I do already. She's already a master teacher. She makes way more than I do. She does way more than I do.
She ain't taking care of the kids because she already said no.
She understands, but like she said, she gives what she can give, right? So it's just like this. It's so hard. I feel like maybe it's just me. Okay, let me just throw that out there. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's so hard for me to conform to like society and what they want of me as a woman.
Ashley,
and then to
why
also
are you worried
like,
about that?
Ashley, quit quit talking about what society wants, and that's your mistake. If you have to ask me something, Like, you need to know who the fuck you are and what the fuck it is you want and go get that. You know exactly who you are with your career and your job that you want, and you're going to get that. Use that exact same energy in your relationship. Find out who the fuck you are, what is it you want, fuck what society feels you should want, and go get that.
Okay, but my point in asking this was really just to find out if other women have dealt with this. I know y'all are not women, and I completely respect y'all's opinion, right? But I wanted to know, like, women in the comments that are listening, if they have been in this place where because my thing is, like, I can meet somebody and I swear I try to make it work, but like, if they're just not cutting it, like, they're just not cutting it. So like, I have to cut them off. Like, that's just what I have to do. I have to cut them off. But then I beat myself up about it after, because I'm like, oh, but I'm single and I'm 28 and I'm getting older and I should be trying to settle down. And it's just like all these things that I feel like I don't know what to do with that. You know what I mean? So it's different when an older woman who's dealt with it, that can be like, look, I've been there. I know what that's like. But either like focus on your career or focus on dating or focus on whatever it is that you got to do.
So Ashley,
how do you handle it, Brianna?
So real quick, I'm gonna read some of these comments. Jerry Barnes says, focus on your goals outside of getting married and having kids. A man will come along and things will fall into place. Clem says, no real man wants that. All that what you were saying,
nobody.
No man wants that.
You're 28 dating 20.
No man wants what?
No man wants someone to stay at home and cook and clean for them. That is not, like, this is fucking 2020. It's not.
You need to pay some bills around this motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker. We trying to go on cruises next year. You need motherfucker to get a job too and work. Goddamn.
This is not the 70s. You better get your ass out there and work.
What other comments?
Latoya Gates says she's 42, never married, and still hustling.
But Ashley don't want that though. So when you meet a guy, you have to tell him that from the jump. You don't just be dating, having fun, and you catch feelings, and you be like, you know, shit, I kind of want to have the whole family thing, the house, the shit. He be like, all right, I'll fuck with you.
I'm out.
We're gone. Just
but
like
what do
that.
you mean? What am I supposed to tell him? Because I'm very upfront. Like, I will tell them that I am very dedicated to my career, right? I don't have a lot of time, but on my weekends, I will make some time, like on maybe Fridays and Saturdays, right? Because those are the only times that I can really like make some time for somebody else, because Sundays are dedicated to grad school. And then during the week, it's dedicated to work.
So one day for grad school, huh?
Say what?
So just one day for grad school, huh? That seems like not enough.
Okay. The other days, I do have other days dedicated to grad school, but it's really late, so I shouldn't be fucking with anybody that late to begin with.
Just one day, huh?
But I mean, it's
how
just like
What's your
I
transcript
do tell them like this is where I'm at in life, and I really try to be transparent with men. But I'm finding that a lot of them will say like either they understand or whatever it is, whatever the case may be,
then they go,
but they don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like they're not really trying to settle down, or they don't really understand the time that I have, you know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Brandon, have you ever been in a situation like that to where I guess the main thing she's looking for, and this is kind of cool. It's kind of a different pace because normally Ashley will call and we'll just make fun of her and of her friends.
We make fun of her friends.
Yeah, make fun of her friends. Not the married one that's with you. You're awesome. You're nice. Keep on
I don't know
grinding.
why her baby's still up this late though. You want some juice or some snacks? Take your ass to bed, baby.
No, but it's kind of cool because like she's going through something that I'm pretty sure all women go through.
Yes.
When you're out there dating and you feel like you know what you want, or even pressured by what your friends or society is doing, or what you see. And you feel like that's where you need to be at your age. And then as you go through and try to figure it out, you realize it's harder to obtain than other people that you may see or other situations that are going on. So for Brianna, I guess as you as a woman, vagina, correct? Yes?
Yes.
How have you how have you handled like a situation to where have you ever felt pressure to do something or feel like you don't know how to obtain something that you may think you want, or maybe you do want it, but then you don't? I mean,
no.
It's confusing.
So for me, I know exactly what I want. I'm trying to get myself established first.
How did you get there? How did you get to that concept, that thought process of, you know what, I know this is what I want. What did you go through to get to that point?
So for me, I saw a lot of marriages that just didn't work. And for me, I wanted to be in a situation where I've established myself and who I am and what I want. So when the day comes that I do get married and I do find that one, we're on the same page. I don't want to get into a situation where he makes me into something. I want to already be something.
Yeah.
Right? So that we match each other. I'm not on his coattails. He's not on my coattails. And I've said this for a long time. I'm going to have kids when I'm 92.
Them kids going to be dry as fuck.
Who mama is that at the game?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Go ahead.
Can I interrupt?
Go ahead.
Okay, so recently I was having this conversation with a male who's older, right? He's 38, so he's about 10 years older than me. And he told me that maybe the reason that I'm still single is because I'm so focused on my career, right? And he said that when you look at the reality of now, a lot of minority women will dedicate their time to building themselves up, that it has now replaced the role of a man in their lives, right? So they've dedicated their lives to their career and their success, that it has now taken the place of a man. And so his comment to me was, you cannot serve two masters. So what do you want?
Yeah, that's...
leave that one alone.
No. That, and I think I remember you talking about this conversation with me once.
Yeah,
before.
so it was like, do you want to be successful or do you want to build a family? And I was like, well, I would like both.
You can
I would
have
like
both.
to be successful and I would like to build a family with my partner, right? I would like both. But he was like, the reality of it is that it's not going to happen. So you have to pick and choose what you want. Either you're going to be a successful woman and you have a lot going for yourself, or you're going to be a wife of somebody who's successful, and you have to pick and choose.
Get your own. Like I went through that with my daughter. Like when she was at Baylor, I got phone the first 2-3 years. I don't know why she had to have a boyfriend. Like she wanted to, like with Ashley. I mean, she's married now, but she wanted that shit. You know what I'm saying? When she was in college.
How old is she right now?
25.
Ashley.
I'm sorry.
Ashley, you fucking up, man. She's 25, married, got a good...
No, she got lucky, I guess. But I can remember her, like, she was dating an athlete. She was like, man, he telling me to drop out of school and he gonna take care of me. I was like, is that what you want to do? She was like, nah, I want my own shit. I'm like, exactly. Why? So why would you even further the relationship with this motherfucker? So she would break it off until she met somebody that was cool with her getting her degree, you know what I'm saying? And finishing school, and they both got their degrees, and I mean, it just worked out perfect for her, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of times I got a phone call, her crying, like, what the fuck wrong now? Or he did y'all like, oh, you can't be crying over that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
basic ass nigga.
Yeah, that shit gonna happen more times than none. So
I think what he's saying is kind of on. I think that whoever said that shit about you can't serve two masters, I think he's looking too deep into something that's really simple. I think if you have to settle for somebody, and you know, choose a career over love, then I think that situation is not for you. Simple as that. If you want to choose love and be at home and be a housewife and put your career on hold for a relationship, then that's what you want, and that's the type of person you need to be with. But if you're someone like yourself,
I'm really just not housewife material, I guess.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Because my thing is, like, I could be a housewife, right? But I always need a backup, because what if 10 or 15 years down the line we're gonna get a divorce, and then I have nothing to fall back on because
if you're thinking
I educated myself.
First of all,
so I feel like it's important for me to find something that I can fall back on. So that way, just in case something doesn't happen, I have something to fall back on, and then I can support my kids, he can support the kids, and then we're both.
We'll just finish school now, and then look for it.
First of all,
just have fun.
If you're going into a situation to where you feel like you need to have something to fall back on, then you don't need to be in that situation. Let's just start off with that. And that's just my opinion, whether you agree on it or not. You shouldn't go into a situation, a serious situation, like I said, too early. I always say that. Don't jump into situations because you're gonna jump into.
But you're
something.
telling me that you never have a backup plan?
Always.
Well, it's not necessarily a backup plan. It's just I got my shit together, so if something works out, then I know I'm going to be all right. But it has nothing to do with if this relationship doesn't work out. If this job don't go right tomorrow, I got some other ways to make money, and I'm going to be good. You know what I mean? If my TV breaks right now, I got another TV. I got ways to get another TV, and I'll be good. I ain't going to be without my Netflix and shit. But my whole point is that, going into a relationship, you need to make sure that relationship is secure. You need to make sure that he wants to give you what it is that you want, and you can take his bullshit and he can take yours, and y'all are going to be there for each other. You want to find out 10 years down the road that, this motherfucker just is not for me. So that's kind of how I look at it. But first, the most important way to get to that point, in my opinion, is actually you need to know who the fuck you are and what it is you want. And you simply said what society wants from you like 20 times already.
What you want.
Yeah, and that's where your thought process is wrong. It doesn't matter what the fuck society wants. It all matters what Ashley wants from herself and from her mate, and go out there and get
I just want to have
that.
I just want to have 13 kids by a rich man, okay?
I mean, hey, no.
Then you don't gotta go to school.
That's possible.
You don't need 13. You get your 2.
Yeah.
Get your 2 and you good when it's time to go.
Yeah, that's possible. Actually, like there's women out there. I mean, if that's what you want, then go strive for that. Take your ass out of school.
You're not gonna find them in San Antonio though.
No, I said I'm gonna have 13 kids by a rich man, but I'm gonna still have my master's just in case.
Teaching them kids at home.
You know what's up. You know what's up. Find me on personal virtual tutor.
No, you're gonna find you on that what is it called, mail order bride website. That's what the fuck you talking about.
On OnlyFans.
Oh shit. Hey, that's an option. They got fucking W-2s for OnlyFans nowadays. That shit is thriving like a motherfucker.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
That shit is fucking.
You will not find me on OnlyFans.
Well,
hey Ashley.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
Andrea wants to know if I could share your phone number with her. She says she would like to speak with you.
I would love that. I will send a personal message to
Andrea
the
Simmons.
podcast.
Andrea Simmons. I'll transfer the number.
I'm her.
I see you working, Andrea.
I know who she is.
Yeah, Andrea. She cooks.
The pampered chef.
Yeah,
she cool as fuck. Yes, I will send her my number. Yes, I will.
Yeah, and y'all need to talk. And Andrea, when I be talking about her friends or thoughts, are not really thoughts. It's all for entertainment. It's jokes. She really ain't got thought friends. But this is a good question because I'm pretty sure a lot of women go through this. Because I know a lot of women have put up with my sorry trifling ass in the past. And I know I probably confused the fuck out of them and made them second guess and question their worth.
No,
So
I know I typically call in with a bunch of jokes and stuff, but this is like real life. Like
we got you.
No, it is.
This is real life shit. This is shit that I'm going through right now. Like,
whoa,
it's different.
How old
It's
is
so
your
different.
friend that's married over there?
60,
My friend that's
64?
married. How old are you, Val?
How close are you to retirement?
She's 36.
See, how long she been married?
3 years. She's been married for 3 years, but
You
they've
got
been together
time.
for
Look, you got
14 years. They've been together for
Oh,
14 years.
oh, one of those. He black.
He is black. Yes, he is.
Hey, look, we'll date a motherfucker for 15 years. Like, you know what? It's time. Look, I'm done running these streets. We gonna make you an honest woman after 15 years.
And 4 kids.
Shit.
No, but like I said, that's how it works.
That was very stereotypical, wasn't it? But
You was correct.
I knew he was black.
That
though.
was very stereotypical.
Because that's just what we do. It's not what?
She's they're having marital problems, okay? So this is not a good time to talk about that.
I'm sorry.
Can I also make a stereotypical remark? Is she not black?
She's all Latina. She's all Latina.
Y'all better leave
She's
us
all
alone.
black, okay?
We are right, Senator. We are right. We got 2 stereotypes correct. Black man.
Stereotype. I missed it.
A black dude to date your ass for 15 years and
then marry you.
Yeah.
And then we got a black dude.
They love Latinas. We love Latinas. We do anything for Salinas.
Our black viewers are going to hate the fuck out of us.
Her bumper fell off. I do anything for Salinas.
She said she's ready to. She's just enjoying her night.
Is that what it is? Is that what she call it? She trying to get that divorce paper quick.
Yeah.
She trying to get out that hole real quick. Ashley, so all we have for you, good question once again. Females out there, if y'all are going through this, Andrea already said she's going to hit you up and have a conversation with you.
I appreciate that. I know she's married with a good man, apparently, so I am all for that.
Don't.
Everybody
thought Will was married with a good woman. It don't happen like that. You never know what
everyone thought
relationship goes. He beating the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
What the fuck is going on between closed doors? But to answer your question, like I said, if you ask me, and me being a male, so I don't know what females go through. Again, you have a whole bunch of comments that you can read after this that'll kind of give you advice, and Andrea will talk to you. But find out what it is that you want and go after that. We've already talked about non-negotiables. Set your non-negotiables. Understand the situation you're in. Understand some situations are going to be forever, and some are just going to be for tonight. And then use that situation for what that is, and don't make it more than what it should be. And I think you'll be fine. But again, stop saying what society wants, and we understand you're 28. You don't need to say that anymore. You'll find what you get when you get it. That's all I got. KK, what you got?
What Bree say? Like, hug your loved ones. We talking about this or we closing?
This one, we talking about this.
Oh shit, man, Ashley, have fun. I'm sure your friend right next to you is telling you enjoy yourself.
She said, "Don't get married. Don't do it. This is not what life."
Well, you might want to. If you get your black dude, you might want to start now, because you're gonna be 44 when you get married.
Say no. She doesn't say that. She just has to make sure that I do marry the right person, and for me not to settle down just because I'm
yeah, shit talking to his friend. But if you dating a black guy, you gotta you're gonna be 44 when you get married. So hurry up.
Start dating now. Meet him now.
Get him now. You gotta get him now.
Y'all's engagement gonna be at least 4 years.
He gonna propose quick.
What was you saying? I'm gonna be engaged for 4 years. I'm gonna be old as shit by the time I have kids.
No. 4 years, my ass. He gonna propose before 4 years, but y'all don't get married until like 2035, man.
Yeah. Y'all's engagement gonna be long.
Yeah. We might be flying cars when you get married. Shit. Have fun with them.
Ashley, don't listen to these fools.
I know, Ashley. Listen to Andrea. She gonna tell you the same shit I'm telling you.
She gonna say the same shit. Y'all two have a good night.
Actually, Damien, my friend has a question. Now that we're on this. So this is like completely on the fly.
Hold on.
I know you didn't expect it.
Put her on the phone.
No, you did. Okay,
Put her on the phone.
Give me 1 second. So, I have a question.
Oh shit! What's your name?
Okay, I am Valerie.
Valerie, what's going on, Valerie? How you doing? This is the Socially Irresponsible Podcast. How you doing? Yeah.
Bill, my husband, we've been married 3 years, together 14 years. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Or for the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. So what if you give your man everything he needs sexually, any type of attention that they need, just because they need it, but they still venture out?
All right.
Still.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Stop giving them that attention.
In all honesty, like, what do? If you feel like you can't handle it and don't like that situation, get the fuck out of it. It's not really hard, to be honest with you.
Stop spoiling that dude. I'm telling you,
So, like,
he gonna miss it.
It's a bullshit response. I feel like you haven't been in this situation to know, and you're just giving a bullshit response.
No,
to
seriously.
be honest.
I mean, and I respect that, but like seriously, I don't. If you've given somebody everything you've got, you have, right? You've given them your time, your life, your years. You've given them your body, your soul, your mind. You've given them everything you've got. Kids. And he is cheating on you and venturing off.
Stop it.
I mean, what would you like for me to tell you, to sit there and take it more? Or would you like for me to say sit down and get counseling and see if you work it out? Would you like me to
that's what I'm saying. Like, we've done counseling, but it's like, okay, it's all about the kids. To be honest, if you know where I'm at, you know where I'm at. It's all about the kids.
Okay.
It's kind of like, you're a wife. You give a life for your kids. You can do, as a woman, you can do with whatever you want. But at the same time, it's like one is enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one is enough.
So when is enough enough?
Enough is enough when you decided it's
to
enough.
stop it. Yeah.
But this is the thing. I have 2 kids, right? I raised 2.
She said, "I agree." By the way, when you guys said when you decide enough is enough, she said, "I agree." By the way, and then I muted her.
Oh no, I'm just saying I have 2 kids, and I raised my 2 kids, and their mom we raised our 2 kids just as fine, and we're not together. Would it be better for the kids essentially if we were together? Yes, but there's many ways to properly raise a kid. So when people sit here and they say they do stuff for their kids, I fucking hate that excuse. I think it's bullshit because you can raise your kids fine in 2 separate households. I think when you're in the same household and you're going through all this animosity in front of the kids, you're fucking the kids up worse than you are if you're away. So whether you think my answer is bullshit or whatever, if you don't like it, I mean, whatever is enough to you is enough. And if it's 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, then that's when you need to get out. Me personally, shit, if you're still going through it and if you feel how you feel right now, you don't like that he's cheating on you, and you feel like you've done everything for him, you've done counseling and everything, then you just may need to get your ass out that situation and, figure out what the fuck you want. Or not what you want, but just do what the fuck. Just get out that situation and go from there. That's the best advice I can give you.
Okay, we're listening. She said, "Thank you for that. We appreciate that."
Because I truly appreciate that because I feel like it's always for the kids. And I get that. As a mom, you always want to go for the kids. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I get it. Like, if things happen, things happen. Life is tough. But at the same time, if it's a habitual thing, it's not the same shit. That's completely different. And if I give you everything that you need, sexually, everything, then it's you. It's not me. It's you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what it is. It's just, figure out what your happiness is. Figure out what it is that you can and cannot take. And if you can't take enough, then shit, if you can't take it, then get the fuck out. At this point, you're just wanting that abuse. At this point, it's just, you're enjoying this. You're putting yourself through hell. It's not him no more. He's telling you, he's showing you what he has for you. You're accepting it. So, to be honest with you, blame yourself that you're in this situation still. And that's kind of all I got for you.
So, Val,
harsh as that may sound. Go ahead.
I've got a comment from one of our viewers.
Listen, go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead.
What are the heathens out there say? Heathens. What are the heathens saying?
This is from Clem.
What did Clem say?
Clem says, enough is enough when you decide it to be. What I think that's holding you back is the fear of the unknown. You are scared the kids are going to be affected by leaving. You're scared of now being on your own. You're scared of living the rest of your life alone. You got to make that choice on your own and be brave and choose happiness.
Clem, you typed all that, or did you talk to text that?
But see, Clem, they have such a healthy marriage. It's so hard to go off what Clem and Rhonda say because
how
they are marriage goals.
They waited. They waited and found each other, and then when they've
been through a lot though, and so you can tell that they've been through a lot and that they know what they're talking about. But I will say, Damien, my friend said, "What's your number?" Because she tried to hit you up low key.
Chill out. You're married. I don't need that drama in my life.
But I do. I'm playing.
Mary. She said y'all are both married, so what's up?
Oh, shit. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's evening. I don't know what the fuck it is y'all are doing tonight, but I hope y'all are not driving because, Val, you sound drunk as shit. So, y'all stay safe. Y'all Uber. And y'all have a good night,
be
okay?
Safe.
All right.
Okay, you guys too. I appreciate you guys calling. Thanks.
All right, no problem. Bye. God damn. I don't know what the fuck she was drinking. She was saucy as fuck.
I don't think she had no mixer in that shit.
Straight
that
shot.
shit was straight out the bottle.
God damn. But nah, man, ladies, listen. I mean, not just ladies, fellas, everybody. Figure out what it is you can take and cannot take. I've said this thousands and thousands and thousands of times before. You should have a group of non-negotiables. Not 1,000, not a lot of things, just a handful of non-negotiables. Things that you want and things that you will not tolerate. And make sure motherfuckers own that. You have the receipt for this. And that's it. Anything outside of those non-negotiables are the bitter and the sweet shit, but there's something that you just can't waver to. And if you can't hold up to your own non-negotiables, then that's your fault. If you feel like you want someone that never cheats on you, then when someone cheats on you, fucking leave them.
Yeah.
If you feel like you want someone that has a good job that makes, 6 figures, then don't settle for somebody without 6 figures. Pretty shallow goal, non-negotiable. But I mean, if that's one of yours,
don't work at Popeyes though. I think,
and that's the thing. You know what I mean? So I mean,
I need a 6 figure. you cook chicken. You better get what the fuck you get. Get the fuck out of my face.
And that's another thing too. As KK says, make sure your non-negotiables make sense. Don't want a 6'5", 250-pound linebacker if you're fucking 5'2", 420. I mean, it's just
looking like Danny DeVito in this motherfucker. I passed. So it's a no assignment. It's a no for me.
Yeah, I mean, get your shit together and put yourself in a situation to where your non-negotiables make sense. Like that one, I always say it, probably every other show, that meme that goes out, before you jump into my DM, look at yourself and look at me and make sure it makes sense. And that's kind of what it is, That's kind of where it is, where it's at in life, man. I mean, relationships aren't hard. I think that people, relationships become hard because they're with people that they shouldn't be with. So you're trying to make a Lego piece fit on a Lego. Shit just don't work. It's just not fitting, and you're trying to make shit fit. And you're with these wrong niggas and niggas with these wrong females for dumbass fucking reasons. You shouldn't argue with someone every fucking day. That is not what you want to go home to. Like, arguing and nagging and listening to bitching, if that's not what you want in your life, then stop
going home to it.
Stop being in that situation. That's not a comfortable feeling. When you come home, you should be at home. That should be your peace. That should be your home, your happiness. You should want to leave work from the bullshit, leave the
fly
gym,
home,
and go home and just relax, and just have good conversation, laugh, unwind. You shouldn't go from one stressful environment and then expect your peace to be home and go home to some bullshit. Yeah. And if your girl is like that, and if you're making her like that, then shit, you need to leave the situation, because that's not what you want. I don't want to come home to someone that I make miserable. Bitch, if I make you miserable, then I need to go, because this isn't working. I don't want to be around a miserable bitch. I don't. And if I make you miserable, you shouldn't want to be around me. It's literally that fucking simple, guys. Like, it's not hard. And there's some people that I've been in relationships with, and I brought the worst out of them just because of my attitude and how I am as a person. And I had to get out of that situation because I'm not making you better, which in turn is not going to make me better. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's the same shit, man. Like, fuck. You would, like, you're asking somebody else what to do with a guy who's cheating on you, and you've given him everything, 13 years, kids, sex, counseling. What should you do? Why are you asking me this question at 36? Brandon, why is she asking us this question at 36? I don't know. I wish I had some good insight for you. I don't have any tact to tell you very nicely. Leave that nigga.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Leave that nigga. Shit. KK, shit. What? He got some time. Y'all can go out for some drinks. We can talk it out.
Yeah,
Just hit him on DM, man. Look, like I said, before you hit him in the DM, look at yourself and look at that nigga, and just make sure it makes sense before you hit that nigga up in the DM. All right. But that's it, man. That's all we got. We're gonna end the show with that. Once again, it's after midnight. We had a show that lasted 2 days, 2 different days. That was the first. Thank y'all for once again for tuning in. Thank you for our listeners. We had Clem and Rhonda. Thank y'all too for calling in. Also Ashley and Val. Uber home.
Spend a night.
Get your spend a night bag.
You got your kids with you. Lay your ass down.
And be safe. What do you got for us, Bree? What do you got for us to take us out?
I leave it every week. Hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Life is short.
Yeah, that's true. Amen.
Yeah.
What you got, KK?
I just want to apologize. Like, in the beginning of the show, I was out of it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
yeah,
I got some devastating news right before he hit play, to start the show, and I'm trying to message with everybody while I'm doing the show. I really wasn't into the show today, but like Bree said, man, hug your family, love your family, be happy. You know what I'm saying? Just live life, because it's short as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, you never know.
Make better decisions, man, because the decisions that you make affect people around you. Yeah. And sometimes they could permanently affect people around you. And grow the fuck up, guys. Like, this is a socially responsible podcast, and not to pit anything on that, but I can only speak to people the way I speak to people, and sometimes it's too direct. And I'm gonna say it as real as I can, as honest as I can. Guys, people, stop fucking up. Let's just do better. And I don't mean to put it out there, but someone close to him.
I mean, it's all over Facebook now.
Someone close right before the show, someone close to KK and his family lost their daughter through a senseless, random stray bullet that went into a couple of cars and killed a 11-year-old girl. 11-year-old girl.
She cheered with Kyla. Yeah.
She cheered with his daughter. Literally, this happened probably an hour and a half before we pressed play, because we could have did this yesterday, but he actually stayed to do the show, and maybe we should have postponed it till tomorrow.
I'm texting her, FaceTiming her while we doing. She just wasn't.
And his daughter took it. That's her close friend, right?
Yeah,
they were close, and
they've been training together for like 4 years.
An 11-year-old child should never have to face death that way. Yeah. And then another 11-year-old child should never have to hear about their friend passing this way. And to be honest with you guys, this is something that happens in most communities every fucking week. We're not in a community where this shit happens a lot, so we shouldn't be conditioned, nor do we want our kids to be conditioned to news like this. This is not good. We're hurting ourselves. Like, we're literally hurting ourselves by doing stupid, irrational shit. Be kind. As hard, as weird as and simple as that sounds, it's hard for some people. Be kind. Don't be stupid. Respect your neighbors. Respect your elders. Just do the right fucking thing. And again, kiss your loved ones. Hug your babies. Do that. My word for everybody. It'll be that, and it'll also be, with Ashley and her friend, man. Stop taking bullshit that you don't want to take. Take control of your life. At some point, you have to take control of your life and live your life the way you choose it. You write your story. You write your checks. You sign your name. Period. Nobody else does that. And if you don't own that, and if you don't take control of yourself or your life, then you're never gonna be happy, man. And my happiness isn't negotiable. Is not a negotiation.
Your happiness matters.
Yeah, it's not a negotiation. So, I mean, I can talk about shit like this all fucking night. I'm not going to, because it's gonna get repetitive. Know your worth. Figure out what it is you want, and understand the situation that you're in, and understand that not every situation is a forever thing. Sometimes a situation is a 2-night thing. That's it. Use it for what it is, and then moves the fuck on. I'm gonna find a clip this week and try to remind me if you can. Tyler Perry said in one of his Medea plays, he said a really good thing about a tree. He used a tree as an analogy, and there's some people are leaves, some people are branches, and some people are the actual root. And if you have to know how to identify those people for what they are. And once you identify those people, you're not making a motherfucker that's a leaf and treating them like they're a root.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're not treating a motherfucking branch or a root like they're a fucking leaf. You're gonna take people for what they are to your life, and not for what you want them to be. That's all we got. Once again, thank y'all for staying on. I hope y'all got something from this show. Make sure you properly vet your politicians. Judge people for who they are now, not what they were then. If you look at for what they were back then understand the context of why people do shit and why shit was done as it was done. Don't judge them. Just understand them and kind of see where they're at and go from there. And that's all about Kamala Harris and the Biden ticket we talked about earlier. Get your news from proper sources. Don't let the media dictate your thoughts and opinions. At some point, we all know that the media is very leading. So if we still know the media is leading, why in the fuck is it still leading us? At some point, you have to take responsibility and realize what the fuck the game is and not fall for it. Know your worth. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of yourself and kiss and tell the people you love that you love them. We're out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Another episode. Hold on. What do you got?
We are.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to start some shit. So this is what I want to do. I want to start calling y'all heathens. I love calling people heathens. I don't love it. I think it's catchy. We're fucking irresponsible. The hashtag Bree restarted. We are irresponsible, which means not only we are, but y'all are irresponsible too. And I'm going to call y'all heathens. I'm going to see if that takes. Call the listeners heathens. Heathens, what do y'all got to say, heathens? What do y'all got to say? Because y'all are gangster too. Y'all sit here and speak y'all's mind and tell it like it is, like I do. So I need y'all to speak on it. If y'all can think of something better, y'all think of something better. Dee Dee had something. We're going to see what sticks. Y'all, for right now, though, y'all are heathens, goddammit. And once again, we are irresponsible. Yeah, we're going. Peace.